Hi, everybody. What is going on? What is going on? I've just accepted the lack of camera for now because the same thing happened to Vox Day. I think it might be the OBS program. I might have to reinstall it or something, or maybe try another program. But it's cool. I took someone's advice that more light means that the image has to compress less, and it'll probably help with the stream tonight. So this is what I want to kick things off with. So yesterday I was doing that hot mix. Let me check the audio on this. Hit the like button. Hit the Rogan up on this. Hit the Rogan up. Rogan up, everybody. All right, check one, check two. All right, so here's I mixed Moonlight Sonata with Crazy by Gnarls Barkley yesterday. And if you recall, like a month ago, I mixed something similar to that with a John F. Kennedy speech about the moon. So I was kind of like riffing on that today, and I kind of want to give it a shot again. Because it's just called Lunatics. So I figured we could give it a shot right now and see how it rolls. All right, let's see how all the audio works. Because I want the Kennedy to be in the background.
Governor, Congressman Thomas, Senator Wiley, and Congressman Miller, Mr. Webb, Mr. Bell.
Can you guys hear Kennedy?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your president.
Can you hear Kennedy?
Having made me an honorary visiting professor, and I will assure you that my first lecture will be very brief. I am delighted to be here, and I'm particularly delighted to be here on this occasion. We meet at a college noted for knowledge, in a city noted for progress.
How's the audio sound, ladies and gentlemen?
Noted for strength, and we stand in need of all three.
Kennedy can be heard, but not too loud though.
Change and challenge.
Good.
In a decade of hope and fear, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds.
Bring up level on the dialogue? No problem.
The striking fact,
I want to get it right. Because eventually I want to record this and do it with images. And all the lies coming out of NASA too.
Despite the fact that this
hang on, that's a little loud. Check.
Is doubling every 12 years.
There we go.
In a rate of growth more than 3 times that of our population as a whole. Despite that, the vast stretches of the unknown and the unanswered and the unfinished still far outstrip our collective comprehension. No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come. But condense, if you will, the 50,000 years of man's recorded history in a time span of but a half a century.
I remember
Stated in these terms,
we
know very little about the first 40 years, except at the end of them, advanced
there was
men
something
had learned
so
to
special
use the
about
skins of
that
animals
place.
to cover them. Then about 10 years ago, under this standard, man emerged from his cave to construct other kinds of shelter. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write.
When you're
and
out
use
there,
a cart with wheels.
out there,
Christianity
yeah, I was
began
out
less
of
than 2 years ago.
touch.
The printing press came
Well,
this
it's
year.
no coincidence.
And then less than 2 months ago, during this
Maybe
whole
your emotions
50-year
had an
span of
echo.
human history,
It's so
the
much
steam engine
space.
provided a new source of power. Newton explored the meaning of
Does
gravity.
that make me crazy?
Last month, electric lights and telephones and automobiles,
Does that make me
airplanes became available.
crazy?
Only last week did we develop penicillin
Does that make
and
me
television
crazy?
and nuclear power. And now, if America's new spacecraft
Just like
succeeds
me.
in reaching Venus, we will have literally reached the stars before midnight tonight. This is a breathtaking pace, and such a pace cannot help but create new ills as it dispels old. new ignorance, new problems, new dangers. Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer, to rest,
When you're out
wait.
there,
But this city of Houston,
yeah, I was out
this state of Texas,
touch.
this country of the United States was
Well,
not
it
built
no
by those who waited and
coincidence I
rested
fall.
and wished to look behind them.
I just need to know. Does
This
that
country
make
was
me
conquered
crazy?
by those who move forward, and so
Does
will
that
space.
make me crazy?
William Bradford, speaking in
Does
the
that make me
1630s
crazy?
of the founding of the Plymouth Bay Colony,
Probably.
said that all great and honorable actions are accompanied with great difficulty,
I remember
and
when.
both must be enterprised and overcome.
I remember when I lost my
If
mind.
this capsule history of our progress teaches us anything,
There was something
it
so
is
special
that man
about
in his
that
quest for
day.
knowledge and progress is determined and
Maybe
cannot be
your
deterred.
emotions had an
The
echo.
exploration of space will go ahead,
So much
whether we
space.
join in it or not. And it is one of the great adventures of all time. And no nation which expects to be the leader of other nations can expect to stay behind in this race for space. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution, the first waves of modern invention, the first wave of nuclear power. And this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age
I
of
remember
space.
when-
We mean to be
I
a part of
remember
it. We mean
when I
to lead
lost
it.
my mind. There was something so special
the eye of
about
the
that
world,
place.
Now look into space
Maybe your emotions
moon
had an echo.
and to the planets beyond.
So much
And we
space.
have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of
Does that
conquest
make me crazy?
but by a banner of freedom and peace. We have vowed that we
Does
shall
that
not
make
see
me
space
crazy?
filled with weapons of mass destruction, but with instruments
Does
of
that
knowledge
make me
and
crazy?
understanding. Yet the vows of this nation can only be fulfilled
Probably.
if we in this nation are first, and therefore we intend to be first.
I remember when I lost my mind.
In short, our leadership in science and industry, our hopes for peace and security, our obligations to ourselves as well as others, all require us to make this effort, to solve these mysteries, to solve them for the good of all men, and to become the world's leading spacefaring nation. We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained and new rights to be won, and they must be won and used for the progress
When you're
of
out
all
there,
For space science,
yeah, I was out of
like nuclear
touch.
science and all technology, has no conscience of its own. Whether it will become a force for good or ill depends on man. And only if the United States occupies a position of preeminence can we help decide whether this new ocean will be a sea of peace or a new terrifying theater of war. I do not say that we should or will go unprotected against the hostile misuse of space any more than we go unprotected against the hostile use of land or sea.
All
I
right.
do say that space can be explored and mastered.
All right. So there's something there. There's something there with that mix. There's something there with that hot mix. I don't have a lot planned tonight. I just thought I could land the plane, have some claws, talk to you guys. If we believe the moon landing, we will believe anything. I could not agree with you more. So yeah, Moonlight Sonata with Crazy by Gnarls Barkley and call the track Lunatics. Chills? Oh, good, Bortmus Bear. Claw? Yes. Oh, a couple stories, some funny stuff. First off, I was laughing my ass off today. I cut down a bunch of trees. I'm trying to make a new tree line. One of them didn't go so well, but I'll show you that video. I was thinking about, you know how calling someone a soy boy? Sexy mashup on Blue Kennedy's mind for sure. He gets it. You know, what's up, Kennedy? Shout out. You guys pick up on that? In the audio version, I was looking at hell. But anyway, you know how soy boy is considered a pejorative for sodomites now? Like if you call someone a soy boy, they make it seem like that's a pejorative, like that's now an offensive word for gays. How funny will it be when it becomes Boys of Soy? That's coming, guys. Want to check out the fire too? It's very toasty. It's coming because the black used to be called a colored person, and then it became person of color. So what happens with political correctness is they just inverse it to make it sound okay. So colored person became person of color. Soy boy will become boy of soy. Boy of soy. It's like, oh, excuse me, I'm not a soy boy. I'm a boy of soy. I'm telling you guys, get out of cities. It's all crashing down. It's crashing. Men of soy. But the good guys are winning. We are. Not that we're good. There's no good people, but like there's a turn. There's some good things happening out there now. I can really see and feel something good. Being sane gets you accused of being insane. Yeah. So I decided not to go back to Saranac Lake for my brother's birthday because I'm not in the most mentally stable place right now. When people say I've gone crazy and stuff, I haven't at all. It's just, there's been some personal stuff with like one of my friends, my opener, and that and with New York State passing the 40-week abortion stuff, being an adult is all about knowing your weaknesses and knowing what to avoid. And so I decided that it's not the best time for me to go back to New York. But I talked to my brother today and we had the funniest conversation. Part of me was tempted to just go to shoot this sketch, but I'll go when it's not so intense. Because I have a lake house that I rent out. And so I'm giving my brother the lake house for the week, and all his friends are coming in. It's going to be a great party and all that. I got to stay away right now but we were dying laughing because he was like, bro, I miss you. I love you. You got to come. I'm like, I'll just come in a week where it's not so high pressure, not so much alcohol, you know, and not right after a pretty hefty betrayal in my life. And we were laughing because he was like, I was already instructing guests to only talk to you about gardening and food. So we were going to shoot a sketch. We're still going to shoot the sketch. We'll just do it in March. And he's coming out here in April, which is cool. And I'll be there a lot in the summer. But so it's me to party and everything's fine. And my brother's like, listen, everybody, don't bring up the moon. Don't bring up serving in the military. Don't bring up abortion. You know, and it's like, everyone's like, so what are we talking about? Just be like, when you're with my brother, only talk about raised bed gardening and food. And they're like, and so then the party's happening. Everyone's like, oh, gardening's great. I'm like, you want to talk about gardening? And I'm having a blast. And all of a sudden you just heard one person go, wow, the moon looks crazy tonight. And you just hear a glass break. And then it becomes like a Tarantino movie where I'm like, we've never been to the moon. It's just, I'm just killing. And then everybody's scared and freaking out. And then another one where we're all hanging out and someone's like, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that my old professor, he has brain cancer. And I'm like, and my brother's just like, don't bring up brain cancer. And I'm like, he's a liar. It's just, and so the whole thing is just only talk to Owen about gardening. Talk to him about his mustache. Do not bring up Democrats. Do not bring up abortion. Do not bring up serving in the military, brain cancer, the moon landing, The Clintons, Beyonce, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Jews, the royal family, the Jesuits, none of it. Joe Rogan, because, and we were just crying, laughing. Muslims, just none of it. Because like when I am a little unstable from betrayal, I'm fine during the day. I'm fine at night. I'm fine hanging. My family doesn't know. Like Amy thinks that I've been a blast lately. But you put a ton of alpha males in a house. You crank it with alcohol. You put it in a state that just passed the most heinous abortion law of all time. And with a guy that knows we didn't go to the moon, with a bunch of people who think we went to the moon. And I will seriously go insane. So we all just... But see, then us joking about it made me think that it would be okay, that I could actually have a good time. Because if you can joke about it, it's fine. I just don't want to answer any questions about the moon or abortion or stolen valor, false cancer claims, none of it. Because I know because I'm in really good shape right now too. And I'm just constantly throwing logs and digging holes and building fences. Like I can beat big men right now. What's your take on Brexit? It's a disaster. The European Union is the Fourth Reich. Except they imported the Jew killers, the Muzzies, and they cleaned their hands of it. And they made barren women all their leaders because they knew that they're the least. The people you're not allowed to criticize, people in wheelchairs, Jews, barren women. There's like a smoke screen, like a Jew. If you're like, hey, what's up with that Jew stealing everyone's money? Everyone's like, that's anti-Semitic. The same with like, hey, what's up with that guy in the wheelchair just stealing everyone's money? Everyone's like, not cool, bro. Snowboarding accident. It's the same with barren women. It's like, what's up with all these barren women killing babies and importing all these Muslims and stealing everyone's money? They're like, that is sexism. The problem with Hitler was he had a mustache. He was confident. He was male. Great outfits. It's easy to criticize that guy. But now you have Angela Merkel. You have all these cunts and whores and Jews and people in wheelchairs. There's probably a blind guy in there somewhere. Gays, sodomites. If someone develops an entire personality and community based around the fact he likes to pump dudes' assholes with his dick, he, for some reason, isn't allowed to be criticized because it's called homophobia. So Hitler's biggest problem was he was a heterosexual male with a mustache and charisma. Yeah, he was a bad guy. He did some bad stuff. So does the European Union. They're the same shit. And in the end of the day, they'll have a way bigger body count than Hitler ever did. Hitler's a lightweight. Fourth Reich, they figured out what to do. Wheelchairs, sodomy, barren women, Jews. Can't criticize any of them. I can. I just did. I've been on a rant. It's like they figured out the social shields. I don't think Stevie Wonder is blind. I think that Stephen Hawking died in the 80s. I think they were carting around some electrocuted cadaver and just having a bunch of Jews speak through that little voice box. Hi, the world is whatever my handlers say it is. I'm dead serious about both. I don't think Stevie Wonder's blind. I think he was to fill in for Ray Charles, who was actually blind, because they saw the power of Ray Charles. And I think Stephen Hawking died in the 80s. That disease he had kills people in like 4 years. He lived 50 years and pushed an agenda of science that dismantled, Christianity, Western civilization. And he apparently fucked his nurse, but yet he could barely move his lip. So this is why I don't want to put myself in a lake house drunk with a bunch of alpha males in a state that legalized aborting newborn babies, pretty much. Because any of these topics, if they're like, oh, Stephen Hawking was a real hero, it's just like, you just hear the sound of a broken glass And my brother's like, no, only talk about gardening. Because I have safe conversations. It's like, you want to talk about gardening, nitrogen, hugel culture? You want to talk about beans, like pairings? You want to talk about heating greenhouses, bacteria, layering, whatever you want. But if you bring up Stephen Hawking, that liar, Stevie Wonder, there's nothing wonderful about him. Liar, was not blind. If you threw a rock at Stevie Wonder, he'd catch it. It's a fact. Yeah, you bring up ducks. Ducks is a fine topic, but you're going to find out they have 20 centimeter cocks. And that's what I'm going to talk about for an hour. And then if you talk about anything about Buzz Aldrin or these liars, you know what don't mention evolution? Yeah. Well, you can mention it as long as you're ready for the truth. And it's not that I'm going to get angry. It's just other people will get angry with confronted by reality, where it's like, it's a lie. And some of those guys will be teachers, public school teachers. And I will say, you guys are paid to lie. And it's all bullshit. And just know that there's a better chance that the earth is flat than evolution is real. And that's what you teach children. So I'm just going to stay home for a bit and drink some coffee. But I had a great chat with my brother. It was so therapeutic. Because I was laughing too. I'm like, yeah, and the whole time I'm trying to crack the code on the moon landing, my best friend was lying to me about everything, and it was right under my mustache. Oh, and why do people hate the truth? Because the truth makes them face a lot of things in their life that they use as crutches. When you look at the moon and you see that American flag and you think about the astronauts, it makes you feel a certain way, and to let go of that just makes you feel uncomfortable, scared, and lost. Evolution is comfortable. It makes people comfortable. Like, change scares the shit out of people. Because if you think about it, in a person's life, without the Jew money that is fake, that makes us have this illusion of wealth that isn't real. Without all that, rapid change means you're going to die. For most of human civilization, if you had like a lot of things changing quickly, you're going to die. Your family's going to die. There's probably an invasion, some sort of pestilence. So people don't like rapid change. I'm comfortable with change. I'm pushing 6'8". I have a mustache. I'm 275 pounds. I call shit out. I'm not scared. I have a very high emotional pain tolerance. Why do we seek the truth? Because there's certain people that have been put in positions where if they don't seek the truth, they crumble. And there's two roads. You either crumble, you become Joe Rogan, you repeat the narrative, the script that the controllers want you to after you face, it's Satan, but, or you seek the truth and you bear it, and then you are free. And then your life gets a whole hell of a lot better. But you have to recognize that there are times when you shouldn't be drunk in a lake house with a bunch of alpha males over 6'5". How big is my Chihuahua? 3 Rogans. Probably 3.5 Rogans. I'm excited to have a Chihuahua now because she can. She's a badass, dude. She's gonna go after some of these moles and these. There's rat terriers. Chihuahuas also are good at killing mice and rats, and I'm ready to set her loose. The truth is, you have a Chihuahua? Well, yeah, I have a Chihuahua. I also have a Great Pyrenees. I have a range. It's not that I'm a small dog guy. I'm just a dog guy. Honey's a sweet dog. She has a big scar on her forehead. She was in the Baldwin Park Pound. Amy used to volunteer to have people adopt dogs, and I went once and immediately just got a dog and then bawled my eyes out because I couldn't get a 250-pound Mastiff named Chester because I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. And Amy was like, yeah, we can't do that anymore. I'm like, yeah, all right. Mexican rats? They're oddly like functional. They take out pests. They're bred to kill rats. They're ratters. An eagle may take her out though. I'm not gonna lie. Is the Chihuahua illegal? That's hysterical. All right. I'm gonna read a few super chats so I don't get too backed up, and then we'll talk more. Oh, someone made a Toe Rogan song. I'm gonna play that for you. Oh, welcome to all the new members. Oh, and the new members have been there's like so many members now that I put up my last special for free on YouTube. So be sure to check that out because I can financially afford it because of this unbelievable windfall of membership. And it excludes all the trash. It's unbelievable. So Conspiracy Queries is now for free on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who bought it. I always tell people eventually I'm going to put stuff on YouTube, but like I'm really happy I got to put that up. And that's because of you guys. It's sponsored by the people. I abandoned soy in November, was vegetarian 16 years. Thank you for showing me the error of my ways. God bless you, sir. I love the avatar, Boingo Bear. That's the unbearable seal. Yeah, if you eat soy, you shrink and you lose your cock. How do I become a member only? I think there's a button. I don't know. Coddington and Delev set it up for me. I don't know at all. I apologize. I should. Oh, Vox Day just launched Info Galactic, and I had no idea what it was. I'm not a part of it. Like I'm gonna be on it, but that wasn't like one of our announcements or anything. It's not something I'm working on with him, but I now understand. It makes sense to me. I listened to his last pod about it. It's for like quality people that aren't going to be shitty, like trolly assholes. I'm fucking totally into it. It's a well-weeded garden. So check that out if you want a place where people can actually talk and it's not just like, ugh! Sneaky Jew predatory lending golden ale. Hysterical. Oh yeah, Big Bear beer is coming hard. It's going to take me probably a year. I'm not going to lie. But we need as many names of beer types as possible. I called someone a sodomite at work today. LOL. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. How, Big Bear, did you get a hold of Stephen Chowder? Oh, did I say that in the bit we did? That I accidentally called my buddy Chowder? I didn't. I don't know which clip they used in the last Louder with Crowder. And then I found out, that Rockefeller's nickname or Rockefeller's secret name was Chowder when they were conspiring. By the way, conspiracies are all real. When Rockefeller was conspiring to put all the other refineries out of business, he was called Chowder. I think that's very interesting. So they used Chowder? Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that about Rockefeller until after. Where I was like, oh, I thought it was my buddy Chowder. Interesting. Oh, comment though. You guys, Bear Claw Porter. Yeah. Jew Antidote Ale. Yeah, make them funny. We're not going to go too hard at the Jews. We're going to make them know that we know. Tyler Goldstein, who's becoming one of my favorite Jews. He just texted me he watched Anti-Semitic Gardener and he thought it was hilarious. I'm going to have him on the pod. We're going to discuss what it means to be the chosen people and why I shouldn't hate them for that title. Because he says that that there's a lot more to it that I'm not seeing. Because I wouldn't let them chop my dick off. Yeah, not circumcised. Neither are my children. I'm starting to realize how sweet that is. It's like I didn't let the Jews clip my dick. It's great. Toe Lager is hysterical. Hey, Big Bear. Can one of the bears tell me in the chat how to be a member in the members only chat? Hello from Olympia. See, I do this. I'm not a Satan guy. This always just meant like rock and roll. I'm trying to break that fucking habit. This is bullshit. This is like peace, communism. Does anyone have something I should replace it with? Like I was maybe like that. Like, yeah, like boom. I don't know. Escape the snip. Yeah, it's not child abuse. People go too far with it. Stream complete. Hang on. Give me a second. I'm not going to start over because a lot of times this is just bullshit. The stream is not complete. Stream resumed. Okay. Yeah, people get too crazy with circumcision where they're like, if you circumcise your kid, that's child abuse. It's not child abuse. A lot of dudes just do it because their dicks look like it, and it's not a big deal. But it is, it's letting the Jews mark you. And I think it's weird. And they sell the skin to Sandra Bullock's face. I'm dead serious. I feel like the vibes are really good tonight. Don't let the Jews clip your dicks and sell it to the foreskin to Sandra Bullock. By the way, Sandra Bullock literally puts baby foreskin on her face to look less like a dude. I just heard a large animal in the woods. Wow. That's all right. They get it. Animals get it. They know that I'm nobody to fuck with. They fucking get it. I love saying that people get it. Yeah, we should say like sneaky ale. All right. Dude, get the timing of the music and some key comments in that piece will be powerful. Oh, yeah, I know. It's going to be like, I'm not going to have the whole Kennedy speech when he's like, hello, everyone. I am here to say what very nice hat. No, it's going to be visual, and the audio isn't going to be like off a computer. I'm going to do it well. And it's going to be coupled with like, I say we go to the moon, with like that Pettit guy being like, we no longer have that technology. And, the guy being like, we can't find the tapes. And just Kennedy, it's just going to be, and then like visuals of like the Challenger exploding and all that shit. We have kids the same age. Amy, let's be friends. Enjoy the snow. All right, Lindsay. Yeah, well, next year we're really going to start looking for other parents that homeschool in the area, and we're going to try and set up some skill exchanges. I'm actually, I've been reading some stuff. People send me stuff like programs for homeschooling. I want to write my own. I have an idea with skill exchange where it's like you find other like-minded parents, and I say like, I can teach your kid the piano. You can teach my kid beekeeping or carpentry or whatever. And you get a helper. It's like you get a free helper and they learn the skill, and you just keep rotating. And it's like a way to crowdsource and build a community simultaneously. And I think it's a move. Homeschooling is the only option. Fact. And don't give the Jews your kids' dicks. I can teach them bagpipes. That's what I'm talking about. There has to be a way to kind of vet people because I'm kind of a public figure that gets threatened. But like, I get good vibes from bears. And I think that with just a few emails, we can figure it out. It is a good idea. Thank you, Richard. It's like, listen, you can have my kid from 3 to 5. He can carry your shit for you or whatever, but he gets to learn, beekeeping or, plumbing or whatever. Just any skill you have. And then whatever they gravitate towards, that's what they focus on. Because if you're passionate about anything, it can literally be anything. Everything else unfolds. Like I was always passionate about piano. If you're passionate about piano, you start looking into Beethoven. You start understanding, that era. You start understanding how empires work. You start understanding math. You understand half steps, Dorian, Mixolydian, Lydian. You start understanding pattern. Like that's just piano. Imagine drawing, plumbing. Imagine all the geometry you learn from carpentry. Imagine all the, just history and everything you learn from everything. So it's all about passion. And there's this elitism where it's like, oh, well, you have to be passionate about being a doctor or a lawyer or I say, no, any of it. Cooking, yes. And what you love, you will see everything through. And like carpentry is fascinating to me. And I have such a late start on it. I want my kids to have all the things that I never got, which is a lot of trades. I don't have, I'm teaching myself stuff and I'm learning through friends and YouTube videos and stuff. But like, I was always very cognitive. I played sports. I've done a lot of manual labor, but I never had a skill. Like I have no idea how to do carpentry, plumbing, electrician work. Blows my mind. No idea. And I think that if you understand some of those things, the more you understand about how things work, the more just deep and profound your mind can get. Because when I was a kid, my parents would have me go to like any interest I had, calligraphy class, weaving. They got me a loom. Like we never had possessions. We didn't have a TV for most of the time. But if I had a strong interest, like pottery, I know how to use a kick wheel, like the kiln, all that stuff. I'm not good at it, but like I would look into it. And any interest I had, and then the more I learned, the more I could like hone in on what I like. And it turned out to be calling out sodomites. Oh, the pop collar. Well, my son was wearing a similar shirt. And I let him pick out my shirts sometimes because it makes him feel like it's a lot easier when I pick out his clothes. And he just pointed, he's like, that one. It was this shirt, but it wasn't enough shirt. Like I would be cold, so I just put another shirt over it. But we were wearing very similar shirts. Tangible goods and skills are the lifeblood of the future. I'm very optimistic about the future, even though I truly believe that society, especially in cities, will absolutely collapse. And the death toll will be in the tens of millions. But that being said, if you have tangible skills, community, just a water source, I think the future is so bright. I think that it's like a beautiful time to be alive. I feel like we've been slaves for a long time and not even known it. We've had this quiet desperation, as Thoreau, I think, coined that term, quiet desperation. Where we keep wanting, everyone tells us how grateful we should be for our supermarkets and our currencies and our tolerance of sodomy and the drugs and and I'm not grateful for any of that. All right. I got more stories. All right, let's just go through some more stuff. What do we got here? Image? Was that an image of something? Yeah, my boy Ryan down the street sent me this today. That's so true. That's why I have batteries and extra water, and I'm just constantly hoarding. Not hoarding in a bad way, but like prep. Like we have a lot of snow here right now. We don't usually get a lot of snow in Washington, and there's no salt. There's no like defreezer. It's all gone in all the shelves. This is in a time of prosperity. Imagine when the dollar fails. And it's not if, it's when. It's like between 3 and 7% of its value it was in 1913 before the Jews got a hold of it. And it is the Jews. Don't hurt them. Be free from them. That's the whole point. They're in businesses of temptation. Don't hurt them. Don't harm them. That'll put you in a worse situation than what you just were. Be free of it. Be stronger. Grow your own food. Don't be tempted. It's all about preparing. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Your bullets are not to invade. Your bullets are not to assault. Your bullets are to defend and to prepare. And when you really see it, when you really see what it's all about, it's so freeing and so beautiful. Like guns are not to assault. Guns are not to break in somewhere. Guns are not to hurt people. It's to defend. When people come on your land, you blow their brains out. And you take no pleasure in it. And you pray it never has to happen. But the more you have the preparations, the deeper you can sleep at night. And that's what it's all about. And that's what the left doesn't understand, because the left is so vicious and vile and greedy that when they see a gun, they see a tool of acquisition, because their entire world is based around acquisition. It's, I have force, so I will take what you have. I have force, so I will make your child believe what I believe. That's why when they see a gun, they see a threat. When someone like me, or I'm guessing most of you, see a gun, you see protection. You see what people aren't allowed to do to you. You don't see what you can do to someone else. And that is a philosophical difference that causes a nonstop division in society. That's why war or collapse is inevitable. Because I don't care about the left anymore. Let the dead bury the dead. I don't care about a section of the right. I don't care. Like, there are people that I'm so detached from philosophically that I'm like, we have nothing in common anymore. You know, people that see a gun and they see force, I'm like, you're a threat. And so you stay in your city and I'll stay here. And I'm not going to hunt you down. But if you come near me and try and push that shit on me and try and take my freedom, my life, my love, what I have, I'll put you in the dirt. You know, that's all it is. And if you see guns for what they really are, which is an ability to prevent people from taking from you, they're very peaceful to look at and think about. It's all mindset. It's like when you see these people being like, we have to get rid of the guns to get rid of crime. It's like, those people literally see the world as what they can take. And so when they see a gun, they see a tool of acquisition. When I see a gun, I see a tool of defense. That's why guns make me feel calm. When I see a gun, I'm like, nice. Because I assume defense. I don't assume assault. And so these leftists literally don't understand that because they don't think it. Guns are comforting. When I see someone with a gun, if I see not just white people, a black guy in a cowboy hat dressed properly with a family, I would feel just the same way, by the way. But like when I see someone with a gun that's dressed properly and is acting properly, I feel incredibly calm and comfortable. There's people that when they see a gun, they go, "Oh no, we're in danger," because that's how they view the world. Like, think about if you're Joe Rogan, if you're most likely a homosexual, like if you see a man's like torso, you just start being like, "Oh, I want to fuck that guy." When I see a guy's torso, I don't think that. So it's like when he's like, "Oh, put your shirt on. Everyone's getting turned on over here." Like, that's because that's how they view the world, because they're homosexuals. Sodomites. You know? Yeah, a black guy in a cowboy hat with a family, I would view the same as a white. Like, if I saw a black guy with a gun on him, you know, cowboy hat, family, pickup truck, I'm like, nice. Nice. Like, there wouldn't be one iota of like, oh fuck, it's a black guy with a gun. Not one. I probably know that he would vote properly as well. You know? And so that's why, but if someone says black guy with a gun, I'm like, ugh. Because most of the time that's not the case. Statistically. Unfortunately. Hispanics are an interesting bunch because the new crop, horrible, but I know some of the best people I know are Southern Hispanics. You know, a lot of them are farmers, you know, very Christian, family oriented. Yeah, they're short, but everyone's short in their community, so they don't feel it. They don't get crazy with it. City blacks are horrifying. Let's be honest. I mean, they can't handle themselves. They act like absolute fucking psychopaths. They don't hurt you if you don't make eye contact with them or try and take their stoop or their stash spot or their, you know, you guys get it. We should always be armed. You're absolutely right, Serious Bear. The Jews banned me. I'm sorry. Saw a video of Sam Tripoli having a foursome, 5 legs max. He's disgusting. Being sane gets you accused of being insane. F them, be you. I've never cared. The one thing I will say is I'm so resistant to social pressure. Like if someone's like, "You're crazy, Owen. I'm worried about you." I'm like, "Fuck off." The only downside to that is armed with the gospel. I like that. I mean, faith's the most important thing in these times, but guns are probably a close second. Now, water, guns, family. Faith is number one, though. It's like you can't get through it without faith, and that's just a fact. So work on it. It doesn't just come in a flash. You got to work on it. Anyway, the problem with being inoculated to social shame like I am is it takes me a while sometimes to know when something's wrong, because unless it's people I trust, when people yell at me and say shit to me, I just assume they're retarded. As we saw in the Nimmer situation. Like, it's like I am resistant to it. If like 1,000 people can be like, "He's a liar, he's a fight," I'm like, "Fuck off, he's my friend, you're a retard." It's like, "We will make videos embarrassing you over and over." I'm like, I won't watch them. You can all go fuck yourself. That's the thing, is like I'm immune to that. So sometimes, obvious things take me a while to see. But I'd rather have it the way I have it than any other way, because I would never want to be at the whim of Facebook likes and shit like that. Faith and guns, yeah. An effective man always has a Bible, a gun, and coffee. I've already forgiven Nimmer. It just causes me paranoia. And I know what it is. I can register it. I know how to handle it. But it just does. And a lot of sadness, a lot of loss. I can't picture myself on the road these days. I don't like change in certain... My life is so full of change and chaos, so much like my public life, that my inner circle, when there's change, it hurts very deeply. But that's life. Pain makes you grow. My mom used to always say that roots require friction. That's why you need compost and a little bit of sand and some clay, and because a root has to grind against something to expand. Same with muscles. You literally have to damage a muscle to get a stronger muscle. Kyneton Bear says, "I didn't get it at the time, but now I clearly see why the clinging to guns and Bibles is so bad for a president to say." I don't know what that means, Kyneton. Are you talking to somebody else? Roots require friction. So Germanic. My mom is so Germanic, it's insane. Like, it's laughable. Like from Germany to Wisconsin to be farmers and lead miners, like late 1700s, early 1800s, just tall, skinny, blue-eyed, cold, in a good way. Mom, you're not cold. You're very warm. You're very loving. When I say cold, I mean like good cold. Like where it's like, that's gangrene, tourniquet, or you die. Do it. It's not like, but you deserve both legs, and then you die. Like when I say cold, I don't mean it as a pejorative. It's not like, it's like, well, this has to be done or everyone dies. And that's a positive. I just want to make, because my mom watches my live stream, so I don't want, we had a couple miscommunications where she thought I was calling her cold when she's not at all cold. She's very warm and loving, but like, cold, I see as a stern. Thank you, Nick. Hardened. Yeah, but stoicism, that's a better one. I like stoicism. Stoic. It's like, if you're not like that, everyone dies. So it's like the warmest, most compassionate thing you can do to gangrene is a tourniquet and let it fall off. That's why, like, I was getting so pissed at some of my friends that were like calling me cold hearted because of the Nimmer situation. I'm like, if I don't put a tourniquet on this, I'm fucked. Like truth over feelings, over reputation, over embarrassment. Always. I learned that from my mother. And you get that from the Germans, you know? Man, they've had some really good ideas. And then my dad and his Jew mother. Ugh, God. Brutal. Why aren't you a liar? Why aren't you a banker? Oh, God. I don't know how people deal with them. You can still hear the crying and the screaming and the passive aggression. All right. Oh, I got to play that video soon. I love this picture. These women are so brave. Like, I love these women. I regret my abortion. You know how brave that is? Like, when you understand what abortion is, and I have some friends who have had abortions, Christians, like from way back in the day, and they've faced what it is, which is murder. And they've repented and they felt the fucking pain of it. And I find that very heroic, because if you can pass that knowledge on to people and say what it is, it's a beautiful thing. You know, there is redemption for that. And so these women, you're never going to see this on CNN or anything like that. There's so many women that have had abortions. They're like, I regret it. Listen to me. I regret my abortion. Everyone's like, what? No, it's the greatest. It's so empowering. And like the weight that must feel. And I'm so proud of those. That's the thing, is that's why I never am like, murderer, yeah, murderer. It's like, if a woman has the ability of seeing what she did, and she doesn't run away and get a pussy hat and hate all men and get a fucking hat and all that, it's like, and she gets to tell other women, think about how many lives you can save. Like, that's the thing, is like, some people have, in moments of weakness or because of propaganda or because they didn't understand the full weight of it, or in a desperate situation, you know, there's so many situations that they've had abortions, and then they're like, want to know when it really happens is when they have children later and they really see what it is. And if they can face it and tell other women, like, don't do this, I was wrong, that requires so much bravery, and you can put a lot of good back into the world. Yes, I regret that my ex had an abortion. Yeah. Hang on, abortion 13 years ago. I didn't know what was right. Dude, I feel, and thank you for that. That's what it is. It's like, if you can stop someone else from doing it, or if you can like be the community that says like, this is what it really is. I went through it and I have nightmares about it. I wish I could take it back. That could save lives. That could save souls. Tim Pool came through today. Let me know. Let me know what he said. I don't listen to any of that shit. What did Tim Pool do? Talk to me, guys. Once Tim talked shit about the Sod Milo, I was off board. Yeah, but I want to know overall. Tim put Joe and Jamie in the corner. I need more details. Tim Pool is a demon cat shill who, well, yeah, I mean, he's pro-abortion and proud of it, but it's all good. He's an honest guy, which I'll take. My mom had an abortion. She regrets it. I have a brother. Yeah, man, I know people that have, and they're good people. That's the thing, is you just have to be able to face it and know it's wrong. The thing is being proud of it or saying it's good. I'm so thankful I did not let my mother talk me into an abortion when I got pregnant with my oldest son when I was 20. Praise God. Oh, man, it hits me. Tim Pool, yes, on Alex Jones. Tim Pool is bald. I'd love a recap, people. Tim Pool leans left but exposes BS, so take what you can. I don't follow the take what I can thing. I take what I want to take, and I don't do the whole like, well, at least he admits that I'm not, I shouldn't be murdered. No. I met Tim Pool once. He was really cool. Yeah, I'm not anti-Tim Pool. Guys, I'm not anti-Tim Pool. I'm not one of these take what I can get guys. It's like, hey, Tim, tell me when life begins and tell me why you believe that. Joe Rogan was on damage control. He's done. I'm German-Irish. Tim Pool is too easy on Joe. Well, that's why he had him. That Joe would never have me on or Alex. It would get to a point where I would be like, who is your master? And he'd be like, who is your master, Joe? Who do you serve? Tim Pool showed Rogan and Jamie how the media lies and why they lie. God, oh, man, it's so tragic that people actually believe that. Do you not know that Joe Rogan knows how the media lies and why they lie? Do you think that Tim Pool just educated a 52-year-old Joe Rogan, who's been the number one podcast in the world for 12 years? You got to be fucking retarded. That's so disheartening. It's like people literally like, Tim Pool went in there and, he showed Joe what was really going on. Joe Rogan takes money from George Soros, Twitter, and Google. Do you honestly think that Tim Pool was like, hey, Joe, this is how the media really works. I'm half Asian, so I get it. Ugh. Hang on. I took Tim Pool's hat. He flipped out on me. Google it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan. I'm not anti-Tim Pool. I just think that it's all a little gay. Rogan pretends not to know things he absolutely does. One thing that Alex Jones told me in person when I was with Alex Jones is he goes, Rogan knows all of it. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, Rogan knows the whole deal. And he's like, that's why I know that he's turned. He's like, he knows. It's all a stage. It's not all a stage because I've been in situations where I realized I was being manipulated or I was put somewhere. It's right out of Usual Suspects. It's like the thing about Kaiser Sose is you don't know when you're working for Kaiser Sose. It's staged in a sense where people put various characters in an attempt to sway and push, but a lot of times those characters do not know. Like no one has ever come up to me and been like, this is your agenda today. This is what you have to say. We're the CIA. Like that's not how it works. It's like he brought in Tim Pool because he knew that Tim Pool would be like, hey, Joe, listen, the media lies. And Joe would be like, no way. Jamie, did you know the media lies? And then everyone would be like, Joe gets it again. I'm going to go back because I'm a beaten dog. Why don't you bring in Alex Jones with his snake? Why don't you bring in me with my axe? Like, they never would. When people go, well, why don't you just debate Jordan Peterson? Jordan Peterson would never look me in the eye ever again. Once you know what people are, they don't even look in your eyes. Debate? That's why they have the intellectual douche weasels. They all sit in a little circle jerk. They all whack each other off and they go, let's ask the really hard questions to each other. So, what's it like being a Jew? It's insane. Alex Jones is real and true. Dude, the guy's a legend. And when people say like, oh, he doesn't call out Israel or Jews, it's like, what the fuck do you think globalists are? And a globalist is a better term because it encapsulates the Chinese and the Vatican. What the fuck do you think a globalist is? It's like when people say Western. You know what Western is? White. I mean, come on. It is. Western civilization. What is that? European. What are European people? They're white people. It's like when people say like Nubian. It's black people. It's like, what's a globalist? It's someone who has no ties to any state and just kind of makes money off everybody. Communists, Bolsheviks, the Chinamen, the Vatican, and most importantly, the Jews. Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, Benjamin Franklin was a wacky character. He was America's Jew. Basically started the media all about satanic orgies. Pretty much started the French Revolution. You know, was filthy. Invented a lot of shit. Really smart. Real Jewy. Like Ben Franklin might as well have been a Jew. I mean, I would not be surprised if Ben Franklin was a Jew. But Tim Pool did not know, did good on Alex and free speech, but he said he didn't know why he sounded like Jack. Dude, I guarantee it sucked. When people say Tim Pool put Joe Rogan and Jamie in their place, it's like, what? Tim Pool is like, people are just so starved. Like normal people are so starved for anyone in the media to say anything normal. They're like, Tim Pool can be like, listen, I'm obviously pro-abortion, but like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez didn't know why Alex got banned. Sorry, BF was a sexual deviant. Owen, when you go back on Crowder. Well, I just did a sketch with him, but I'm really into farming right now. Anyone who speaks truth is crucified. Tim Pool's a faggot. Tim Pool is a manlet. Yeah, he's what is he, 5'1", 5'2"? He did a good job on that video. Yeah, but he's like, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says socialism is good. No, it isn't. But, you know, I'm obviously pro-child murder. And everyone's like, oh, it's okay. He's a softie. I'm not into people that are into abortion anymore. Not that I ever was, but like, I have a hard time being like, man, you go get them. Look at what they're doing in New York and Virginia. It's like, how do you even? He's like, listen, I'm obviously pro-sodomy, but can we all talk about how communism is wrong? Owen didn't even watch it. No, I didn't. I never watched Rogan because I am not pro-sodomy. And Tim Pool is just not far left like JBP. Yeah, Tim Pool is better than most. But like when people are like, oh yeah, he's going in. He's a declawed house cat. It's a perfect way to put it. Anybody that gets invited to that game isn't going to do shit. Hey, Owen, what do you think of... I got to read the super chats. Can we talk about how Rogan is done? Yeah. All right, let's wait. Dude, a bear just sent me this. It's actually like a good song. It's not even like... It's funny, obviously, but it's like more... It almost has like a hipster vibe to it. This guy's got to make video songs for us when we actually start making movies and shit. So I think this is called like The Thumb. Let's check this out.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you. 5'2". 5'2". 5'2".
It's a good song.
Joe Rogan, more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then you stab you in the back like a motherfucker. Nice with that butter. And then he says he wants jazz. But Alex Jones just kicked off that ass. It was by your new best friend, Jack. But we all know that. Now it says his fans are fucking sexist, but it turns out it's leftist that hit the town votes. What a choke.
Maybe if you were more honest, you could tell better jokes. And wouldn't need Netflix to sponsor you just so you'd be seen by decent folks. Anyways, Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's sponsored by Jack and he's lying to you. 5'2". He's 5'2". He's 5'2". He's motherfucking 5'2". 5'2". 5'2". Joe Rogan's 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". And he's lying to you. 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". 5'2". He's lying to you. And he's 5'2". Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys. Can't even look me in the eye unless he's got an ergonomic chair. Rogan, I'm sorry if you try
try to come back at me with your comedy. It's not even fair. How dare me? How dare you? Rogan, seriously, you're 5'2" and you're bald. And listen, I actually like a lot of your friends, and some of them are good people, but you know, you seem to turn your back on everyone when this IDW shit started popping up. Gavin and Milo and Alex Jones and all the people that were right about everything and right about you. It seems like you turn them in for money like a shill. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
People actually looked up to you.
All right, so that's by a guy named Chris Mason.
Why are we looking
It's called Toe Rogan on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out.
guys. That's kind of fucked.
I kind of want to watch it again because you guys really dug it. I was checking out the chat. You guys are having a blast. His name's Chris Mason. It's called Toe Rogan. Should we? That was like if Ben Folds wasn't a cock. Because here's the thing, Joe Rogan's actually 3.66 inches. It's called one Rogan. It's roughly the size of a Chinaman's ween. And so when I say he's like 3 foot, no, I say he's 3.66 inches. It's Chinaman's ween. He's really 3.9 inches. That's his actual height. Because I'm trying to be nice to Rogan. Because his whole life, people meet him and they go, I thought you'd be taller. 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 So I'm trying to like tell everyone, hey, he's only 3.66 inches. The size of a Chinaman's penis. It's one Rogan. And so then they meet him and he's 3.7 or 3.8 inches and they go, wow, you're taller than everyone says. And then he feels good about himself and he doesn't have to pump his veins full of drugs that night and commit sodomy. Let's listen to that song one more time. I really like it now. Not that I didn't before, but I didn't fully listen to it before. I just wanted to support a bear. Where is it? Rogan. Here we go. Let's check it out again. This is very creative.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you. 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". Yeah. Joe Rogan, more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then he stab you in the back like a motherfucker. Nice with that butter. And then he says he wonders what Alex Jones was kicked off that ass. It was by your new best friend Jack. But we all know that. Now it says his fans are fucking sexy. But it turns out it's lefties that get the down votes. What a joke.
Maybe if you were more honest, you could tell better jokes. And wouldn't need Netflix to sponsor.
Yo, Tundra Bear just said, Big Bear, be honest. He's 6'1", standing on a 6-foot ladder. Dude, I want you guys to I'm not even going to upload this because I want this dude to get more views. This has only got like 30 views. It's called Toe Rogan, Chris Mason, because I want to encourage non-narrative driven globalist art.
Be seen by decent folks. Anyways, Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's sponsored by Jack and he's lying to you. 5'2". He's 5'2". He's 5'2". He's motherfucking 5'2". 5'2". 5'2". Joe Rogan's 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". And he's lying to you. 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's lying to you. He's 5'2".
Can we all admit that the auto-tune is hysterical? Like, that was obviously for comedic effect. Well done, boys.
Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys.
I mean, that is the thesis statement. Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys. Globalists, cosmopolitans, what are they called? What's that fucking Babylonians? It's another name you can call the Jews. Or the media. You can call them the media. Or Babylonians, globalists, cosmopolitans, whatever you want. If you're scared to say Jew, which is what they are, just say Babylonians. Everyone gets it.
He can't even look me in the eye unless got an ergonomic chair. Rogan, I'm sorry if you try to come back at me with your comedy. It's not even fair. How dare me? How dare you? Rogan, seriously, you're 5'2" and you're bald. And listen, I actually like a lot of your friends, and some of them are good people, but you seem to turn your back on everyone when this IDW shit started popping up. Gavin and Milo and Alex Jones and all the people that would write about everything and write about you, it seems like you turn them in for money like a shill. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like, people actually looked up to you.
Yo.
And why are we looking up to such short guys? That's kind of fucked.
All right, while that was playing, I was just texting with Alex Jones. I'm gonna send him the song because I'm doing InfoWars on Monday, and all right. How do I show you guys something really funny? Because it's not just Jews, by the way. When you say globalist, a lot of it's Chinamen, but also the papacy and the Jesuits. Hang on, but a lot of it's the Jews. We all get it. Everyone gets it. Everyone knows it. We all get it. Everyone gets it. We all get it. It's my favorite phrase, by the way. You get it. Okay, So this is Joe Rogan in blackface. And for those of you just listening, do you know I get more listeners than I do on YouTube? Like, the numbers on iTunes and SoundCloud and all that are insane. So for those of you just listening, it's someone giving a thumbprint, and it's Rogan in blackface. So on Monday... I'm just going to tell you guys part of it because Alex is coolest. He's the coolest. We're going to build up that we have proof that Joe Rogan did blackface. Because Alex watches these streams and he thought this is so fucking funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. Rogan is such a fucking asshole, dude. He's a steroid juiced up midget who turns on all his friends that he calls brother. He's like, you're my brother. We're best friends. And then he just shanks you in the shower. And then he has so much power that everyone calls you the asshole for being like, stop stabbing me in the back in the shower. And it's like, he's so weak. It's just like he's such a... But it's, man, it's so funny. He's just trying to not die. He's freezing himself and thawing himself and taking DMT. Toe is pathetic. Toe is one of the reasons I got kicked off Twitter. Like, it's just crazy. The Toe, that was his mission. Like, the Toe is sponsored by Twitter. Like, Jack Dorsey's trying to create a currency, a globalist currency. They give Rogan, like, it's an insane amount of money. I think it's like, I know it's over, it's like $300,000 a month. If you guys knew how sick this all was, no one on Instagram would be like, hey, Big Bear, relax. You made fun of Rogan 3 times today. He takes money from literally the people that are trying to rob your children's future. $300,000 a month. By the way, that's one sponsor. He backs Soros. It's insane. I can't believe I ever called him a friend. Yeah, I really hate that Jack Dorsey. Oh man, it's Joe Rogan is cool and tall. Let's listen to the song one more time, and then I'll read the super chats and we'll land the plane. Oh, this was today. My brother would be so disgusted with me for my bad tree work today. I dropped a bunch of trees, but at the very end, hang on, let's see if this is. Hang on. I was getting a little cocky with dropping trees, and one got caught in the branches, and I was solo, so I didn't have anyone pulling the rope. Usually, what you do is you use a throw ball to hang on, is the image up? To get a rope way up in the tree, so you have a really good angle. You go really far. You have your groundsman pull. You cut you're cutting the wedge. You cut a wedge the way you want the tree to fall, right? And then you back cut it, and then the tree falls. But unless you're just like in the woods, like with nothing around, you need to kind of have a groundsman. And so I was getting a little cocky because you can see that tree, that maple in front of the. I'm not touching those giant ones, but it got caught in the branches of the tree next to it. So my buddy, my neighbor, and his buddy, who was visiting, watch what happened when we first tried to like crank it out.
That tree weighs too much. That tree outweighs this vehicle.
There it goes.
Here we go. Well, now it's easy to cut.
Okay, so what's happening here?
I love it. Thanks, man.
All right, so that happened, and then we did it again, and it just went boom again. And then we had to just tie a rope up and just yank it. And it didn't hurt the fence. Everyone's fine. We chopped it all up. It's great maple, high BTUs. A winch. Well, I have no gear. I got a new saw. I got a new steel. Husqvarna are fine. It's just there isn't a Husqvarna pro dealer in this area. And it's like the Lowe's, the Home Depot, like that class of chainsaw is so fucking bad that it made me think Husqvarna sucked. But I was embarrassed. Wrote to me about Husqvarna and how the pro versions are fine. But there's steel around here. So it's night and day, the difference in saws between like what you get at Lowe's and like a real saw. And so, yeah, it was, because the fucking handsaw wasn't really cutting it. And brother says it's worth getting the biggest one, like 28. Yeah, I got a 20-inch. I'll probably get the bigger one too. But I mostly just, most trees I'm cutting are this big. I just got a little cocky. I really wanted some good firewood for next year. I'm sick of buying all my wood off the Chinamen and the Jews. YouTube won't let me upvote the toe. Dude, YouTube might take out the downvote just because of Rogan. Oh, someone give me $100. Thank you for that. I'll read all the super chats in a second. Hang on a second. Let me let's play this again. This was just so good. I mean, this song is growing on me so much, and he's shorter than 5'2". So this is actually them being really nice.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you 5'2". 5'2".
If I could make a suggestion. Actually, no, yours might be better than mine. I'm a comedian, so this is actually a catchy song. Joe Rogan is 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". He looks like he's a toe. He belongs in a shoe. 5'2", 5'2". He looks like a toe. He belongs in a shoe. Listen, yours is better for the overall story arc, but he looks like a toe. He belongs in a shoe. It's pretty funny because that's where you put a toe, and it's very humiliating.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you 5'2".
Or Jew. Yeah, he might be a Jew. But see, that's way too aggressive.
Joe Rogan, more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then you stab you in the back like a motherfucker.
Such a good line.
And then he says he won jazz, but Alex Jones was kicked off that app. He was by your new best friend Jack. But we all know that. Now it says his fans are fucking sexist, but it turns
I
out-
love that Rogan tried calling Alex to make up with him and kept leaving messages, and Alex wouldn't answer the phone. Dude, Rogan's such a homo. It's like he's a toe. And it's like, if people are like, oh, you're beating a dead horse. You want to know what happens when you beat a dead horse? You get glue. You ever use glue? Glue's very good to use. Rogan was part of my deplatforming from Twitter. He was. He's a liar. And I take things personally. When people come at me, I will fucking grind them. I will grind and grind. I have a buddy. Let me just tell you a quick story. And then I'll continue. We're just going to start the song again, obviously. It's the greatest song ever written. I had a buddy who was wronged by a comedy club once. I'm going to leave out a lot of details because I don't want anyone to know who he is or which place it is. He was shorted. When you sell out, you get a bonus. Like, let's say you're getting X amount of money for a weekend, but every sellout, you get an extra $500 or something, right? And he had like 3 sellouts. They gave him 1 sellout. So what did he do for the next 10 years? He would call in and order the most expensive things they had. Lobster, steak, all of it. I'll pick it up. He did it once or twice a week, every single week for 10 years until he felt that he took the money back because he didn't care about having the money. He wanted to make them pay. And that's important. If someone fucks you over, take a chunk from them. Don't kill them. Don't attack them. Don't do anything where they can't recover. But that is important. You need to fucking get a piece back. Even if it's not like for you. I don't give a shit. Like, I want him to feel a burn. I'm not going to profit from it. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'll get like advertisements for like 1,000 of the views. You know, sometimes you're like, hey, Big Bear, you get advertisements. No way, you're finally... It's like 1,000 of the 100,000 views, and then they go, it's review, we have to review it. And then they review it, they take a week to review it, and then they... So when people say that I'm doing shit for hits or like clicks, I'm almost never monetized except for stand-up. So no, nothing is for me making money on this. I want to take a bite out of someone else's purse if they fuck me over, because if not, more people will fuck you over. All right, let's listen to the song again. Oh, and he also recently tweeted something about wizardry. He watches this shit. How you doing, Joe? Here's a song for you, pal.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you. 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". Yeah. Joe Rogan, more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then he stab you in the back like a motherfucker. Nice with that butter. And then he says he wonders what Alex Jones was kicked off that ass. It was by your new best friend Jack. But we all know that. Now it says his fans are fucking sexist, but it turns out it's leftists that get the down votes. What a choke.
Maybe if you were more honest, you could tell better jokes. And wouldn't need Netflix to sponsor you just so you'd be seen by decent folks. Anyways, Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's sponsored by Jack and he's lying to you. 5'2". He's 5'2". He's 5'2". He's motherfucking 5'2". 5'2". 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". And he's lying to you. 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's lying to you, and he's 5'2". Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys. He can't even look me in the eye unless he's got an ergonomic chair. Rogan, I'm sorry if you try to come back at me with your comedy. It's not even fair. How dare me? How dare you? Rogan, seriously, you're 5'2" and you're bald. And listen, I actually like a lot of your friends, and some of them are good people, but you know, you seem to turn your back on everyone when this IDW shit started popping up. Gavin and Milo and Alex Jones and all the people that would write about everything and write about you. It seems like you turn them in for money like a
shill. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like,
People actually looked up to you. And why are we looking up to such short guys? That's kind of fucked.
Okay. His name's Chris Mason. Check him out. It's called Toe Rogan. I'm going to upload that as well because I just want thousands of people to watch it. Someone said that it was my 25% talking, the Jew part, with the vengeance. It's not vengeance. It's not. It's setting a tone. I was bullied a lot as a kid. My dad sang opera. My mom made my clothes. I went to kindergarten with pants that said hi on one pocket and bye on the other. Hi, bye pants. My mom said, say hi and then say bye. That's how you make friends. And they were written on my pants. I got pissed on. Someone beat me and pissed on me. So I know how to handle bullies. And Joe Rogan's a bully. So if someone comes at you, you make them pay so other bullies know not to fuck with you. If someone hits me, I have to hit them. If someone, not the pigeons. Not the pigeons. Like the pigeons being like, you should kill yourself. Your wife is disgusted by you. Like block, gone, block, banned, gone. Like those are pigeons. I don't peck with the pigeons. But if someone at my level or above, and I'm not saying I'm above any of you, or when I say level or above of influence, it's not about your soul. It's not about your value. It's nothing like that. Don't take that the wrong way. Influence. If they come at me, I have to get them back. Or else others will come. Whitney Cummings, candle-faced bitch. Has she said one more fucking word to me? No. Bert Kreischer, bisexual Bert. That affects him now. When he takes off his little shirt and his little Speedo and gets drunk with all the boys and plays grab ass, the boys are not as excited about it because thousands and thousands and thousands of people have heard me call him bisexual Bert. And he's bi enough. He is bi. In my opinion, he is bi. I don't peck with the pigeons. Brilliant. I don't peck with the pigeons. That's why I ban people. It's like, you are pigeons. I'm not an eagle. Because eagles are, I actually don't like eagles very much. And I'm a patriot. I'm a very proud American. But I don't like eagles. There's tons of fucking bald eagles everywhere where I live. And I'm not allowed to kill them because of, I get it. I get it. But they will take out my little dogs. I also have big dogs. It's not a little dog thing. I just have a lot of dogs. They're vicious. They want to kill my chickens. They took out my neighbor's chickens. I don't need to kill them. I want to hit them with a BB gun and say, get the fuck out of here. But like, I don't peck with the pigeons. But like, if someone with any influence, so when I say my level or bigger, it does not mean value of a human. People have taken that the wrong way. What I'm saying is 100% valid. It just isn't what you think it means. Influence. So when someone that people hear, like Sam Tripoli, he's below me in influence, but he's connected to the toe and he's connected to some other people. Whitney Cummings I'm probably above her in influence at this point, but she's worth $50 to $80 million and created all these sitcoms. So she has a different type of influence. So I had to take her out. And I did. Now every time someone looks at her, she knows it too. She knows when people look at her, they see a melted candle face. And that must drive her crazy because these people are fueled on vanity and insecurity. Joe Rogan can't get above 5'2". He's technically 3.66 inches, which is technically a Rogan. It's the size of a Chinaman's penis. But that's the thing. It's like vanity shit, like me having bitch hips or whatever. That shit doesn't bother me at all because I'm not fueled on vanity and rage. I do have rage sometimes. All right, I'm going to I'm gonna play the song one more time, and then I'm gonna read the super chats. And I'm gonna land the plane. I need to hear the song again. It gets funnier every fucking time.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you. 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". Yeah. Joe Rogan more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then he stab you in the back like a motherfucker. Nice with that butter. And then he says he wasn't dead. But Alex Jones was kicked off that ass by your best friend Jack. But we all know that. Now it says his fans are fucking sexy. But it turns out it's lefty.
What a fag.
Hit the town votes. What a choke.
Maybe if you were more honest, you could tell better jokes. And wouldn't need Netflix to sponsor you just so you'd be seen by decent folks.
Joe Rogan is
Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's sponsored by Jack and he's lying to you. 5'2". He's 5'2". He's 5'2". He's motherfucking 5'2". 5'2". 5'2". Joe Rogan's 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". And he's lying to you. 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's lying to you. He's 5'2". Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys.
This guy gets it.
Unless he's got an ergonomic chair. Rogan, I'm sorry if you try to come back at me with your comedy. It's not even fair. How dare me? How dare you? Rogan, seriously, you're 5'2" and you're bald. And listen, I actually like a lot of your friends, and some of them are good people, but you seem to turn your back on everyone when this IDW shit started popping up. Gavin and Milo and Alex Jones and all the people that would write about everything and write about you. It seems like you turn them in for money.
I don't like that he didn't mention me in that lyric, by the way.
People actually looked up to you. And why are we looking up to such short guys? That's kind of fucked.
Those guys get it. Someone said they went to like the video and Google already buried it. Chris Mason, Toe Rogan. The more you like it, that's why I hit the like button on this, comment, subscribe. The more juice you get from likes and stuff, the more people see stuff and the harder it is to ban all of it. There's a reason I tell you guys to give the Rogan up. Because it puts you in the algorithm. And YouTube is oddly, and I say this with extreme reservation, one of the least censoring of all this social medias. Like Twitter is a fucking... I was kicked off Twitter way before Alex Jones and all these guys. Facebook is a fucking mess. I'll still use it like a whore every time they let me get out of a gulag, but like, it's all... I'm always kicked off Facebook. I'm permanently banned from Twitter. I can't even have my wife's account on Twitter with me pretending to be my wife. They have all my phone numbers. It's a fucking mess. YouTube is obviously a mess, but they pay attention to money. They pay attention to algorithms. They do. They fucking do. I say the craziest shit, and I haven't been kicked off in December 18th, I was allowed back on YouTube. I was kicked off for 3 months. But they're going to kick me off again. But the fact they haven't since December 18th. What month is this? It's February, December. I've been on here for 2 months without a banning, and I'm calling out the J, the hard J, the JQ. You guys I grew a mustache. Dude, I'm dropping hard N's, hard J's. Going after sacred cows. I've been on here for 2 straight months without shit. You guys get it. Chris Mason went to over 1,500 like in under a minute. Oh, that's great. I love it. I love when people do shit like that. Why'd you get kicked off? I'm always kicked off everything because I'm funny. And I don't fucking follow their orders. I'm born free. I didn't give the Jews part of my dick or my son's dicks. They don't get our dicks. So like that's why they kicked me off everything. All right. I'm going to read the super chats because there were some real generous ones. You guys get it. Can you play Third Movement in Moonlight Sonata? It's an amazing piece. I think it's this part. Hang on. Shit. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably. Let's listen to JFK a little bit more.
Not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them.
When you're out there, yeah, I was out of touch.
This country was
It's
founded
something so special
by
about
those
that
who move forward,
place.
and so will space.
Maybe your emotions
William
have
Bradford,
let go with so
speaking in
much
1630
space.
of the founding of the Plymouth Bay Colony, said that all great
Lunatics!
notable actions are accompanied with great difficulties, and both must be enterprised and overcome with answerable courage. If this capsule history of our progress teaches us anything, it is that man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. And it is one of the great inventions of all time. And no nation which expects to be the leader of other nations can expect to stay behind in this race for space. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution,
Does
the
that make
first
me
waves of modern invention,
crazy?
and the first wave of nuclear
Nice.
power.
Someone shot you in the head. A commie did. Man, that guy could talk, though. That guy could talk. Found you and had to admit to my beaner hubby, hey, my wife's half beaner, that he was right about the moon landing. Good for you, Stacy. And good for your beaner hubby. That's the kind of beaner we want here in America. The ones that get it. Love the stream. Can I be verified as Olympia So Gay Bear? Welcome, Olympia So Gay Bear. You can't spell sodomy without soy. That's a fact. Soy and mod and dom. Dom soy. Soy dom. Soy dami. Holy shit. Soy dami. Boys of Soy. Yeah, goy. Call me the Great White Bear. Welcome, Great White Bear. Where are you at now? I'm looking to leave New York. I'm parts unknown. Washington State. Everyone gets it, but no one really knows. You're right. In the future, Italian pizza will be racist. No, the future, we will win. These motherfuckers are going to die. Fact. The future is not what you think it is. This is the pending collapse of the cities. When you start seeing a bunch of Jews on airplanes going to New Zealand, get out of the city. You're right. All right. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm a songwriter in Dallas. Love your work. Might be verified as Bass Baritone Bear. DavidJoshua.bandcamp.com. Welcome, Bass Baritone Bear. They called Einstein, Galileo, and John Dalton crazy. Well, you know, Einstein, there's some issues. Screw the haters, BB. Keep fighting the good fight. Yeah, I mean, Einstein was kind of crazy. Hey, Owen, please unban my husband, straight white male. Will you email me? I don't fucking know how to do this. Coddington Bear knows how to do this better. What's his name on here? He didn't do nothing. Just someone fucking help me out on this. Email me is it his login email? I've banned so many. I have a bone field of bannings. Like when I go into trying to unban someone, I'm looking at, if you guys, guys, you got to hear, I will unban your husband. I just give me the deed so I don't have to find his fucking skull. Hardcore history. It's called Ghosts of the Osterfund. It's unbelievable. I'll send it to Owen and how to do it. Thank you, Connington Bear. You're the wind beneath my wings. There's a bone field near the former Stalingrad. It's no longer Stalingrad. And Dan Carlin, who's fucking amazing. Sorry, we're a little chilly. He's like, what is a monument? Goes to the Osterfont. It means Eastern Front in the language that it's set in. Vox Day's new social media site is good, Social Galactic. Yeah, I plugged it earlier. I will plug it again. Better to look like the BBC. Dude, Alex Jones is great at texting. My email's why didn't they laugh at gmail.com. Bones as far as the eye can see. Yeah, I know. He's like, what is a monument? I love hardcore history. Goes to the Osterfund. You got to get it on iTunes. It's not free on podcast, but it's only like $2. I recommend listening to everything he's ever done, by the way. You want to get a history degree that's better than Harvard in your truck? Dan motherfucking Carlin. He's like, what is a monument? He's like, the Eastern Front, more people died in the Eastern Front than all of World War I. He's like, the thing about the Eastern Front, it was a bad man against a bad man. Hitler was less bad than Stalin. And you can call me a Nazi all you want. That's a fact. But Hitler was still, he was like a Richard Spencer white globalist. Not a good time. You don't want that shit. Yeah, this is the thing. People can talk about the Jews all day long and debate. Ask people that like Hitler what the fuck he was trying to do in Ukraine and Moldova and Latvia, Lithuania, Russia. Expansion. There's like, I am fine. This is going to sound fucked up. I'm fine with people in their own nation doing what has to be done, and take that any way you want. But when you expand, no, you don't get to go other places and kill everybody and make fucking and try and spread your shit everywhere. That's bad. Dan Carlin's history podcast is awesome, but his common sense is good. He stopped doing it though. Richard Spencer's not cool. Richard Spencer's a white globalist. He's pro-abortion. He's not Christian. There's nothing good about Richard Spencer. Anyway, if you say the hard truths that have to be said sometimes, you better fucking have a sense of morality, or else I'm not listening to shit out of your mouth. Richard Spencer is definitely a sodomite. He takes dicks in his ass, his mouth, his hands, anywhere he can get them. When Einstein was, all right, so what was I talking about? Oh, so shout out to Lithuanians. Yeah, baby. The satellite states got fucked. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine. Those where the real terror happened. They don't own media companies. So it's like, how was DePaulo the other day? DePaulo's great. I love him. Maybe you mean Robert Spencer? He's cool. I don't know Robert Spencer. Richard Spencer's a dick-worshipping sodomy guy. But he's not nearly as bad as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and shit. When I say stuff about like Richard Spencer, he's pro-sodomy, pro-abortion, definitely loves dicks in his mouth, but like he's not a socialist. But still, his ideas are terrible. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that it's like he's Hillary fucking Clinton. People think that that's all in the same, like he's not even close to as bad as Hillary Clinton, but he's still bad. He's real bad. AOC is a tranny? I don't think so, unless they killed her and cloned her. That's the level I'm on. Spencer Pope, RBG dies when? She's already dead. On your thoughts on chewing tobacco? I chewed for 15 years. Get off it now. Replace it with hard labor. It'll fuck up your mouth. I chewed Kodiak for 15 years. I started when I was 15. What is a monument? Yeah, Spencer thinks socialism will work in an ethno state. He just wants to be smothered by white guys just pounding him in the ass and his mouth. I prefer being around white people. I'm married to half Hispanic, but I'm obsessed with her. I'm in love with her deeply, like, and she appears white to me. She acts very white. It's obviously more cultural, but culture is related to ethnicity. I'm allowed to say I prefer being around white people. I think that blacks should have the same rights as whites. All the Asians, all of those guys, they can bow and take off their shoes and all that stuff. I don't like friction when it comes to basic shit. I have enough friction in my life. I don't want to have to always think like, oh, is this family require me to tap 4 times and fucking not put my chopsticks? Like, that like if you leave the chopsticks in, it's seen as like disrespect. Or if you finish your bowl of rice, it's seen as disrespect, that you want more. Like, I don't want to have to learn cultural fucking languages all the time. It's like, it's so exhausting. I'm not saying it about white dominance. Everybody fucking thinks that it's about white dominance. It's like, I don't want to learn 2 Chainz music. I find it annoying. It's not about, like, when people go, white supremacy. I'm not saying who's better or worse. It's just like, okay, I used to live in the Czech Republic. And then I was in Italy for a little while. It's exhausting to not be able to get a Snickers bar. Or like, Zlimzlina. No one knows what ice cream means? Do I have to say Zlimzlina? The guy who played House, I can't remember his name right now, but he says that, he had to do an American accent for years instead of a British accent. And he said it's like trying to play the violin with a fish. It's like that with cultures. I mean, I'm like that with white people too, like white leftists, white liberals, white girls who go to Brown. I fucking can't stand being around them. But it's like, I don't have to act like I want to be around, these people, like Saudi Arabians. Like, I don't want to have to be like, it's just, I'm done. And no, I don't think they should be put in jail. I don't think that they should. It's just like, I'm not an ethno-state guy. But I don't want to pretend that diversity is a good time. I like that I see people and I know that they know what football is. Or like what Christmas means. Or my kids can play in the road and they don't try to like sell them to Kuwait. Mongolians? Mongolian. All right. I loved House. I'm really close to one of the guys in House, the guy who played Dr. Chase. Jesse Spencer's a great guy. Really good human being. I've been friends with him for like 10 fucking years. The guy's a great dude. Diversity is our downfall. It's very complicated. I don't think diversity itself is a downfall, but acting like it's good, or like acting like we all have to accept it and not be able to have our own in-group preference wherever the fuck we want, it's ridiculous. It only is cool if it's totally organic and you have like the one dude from India who's really cool, or like the Filipino nurse who really helped out your knee. It can't be like, no one can have any common ground. They do that to keep slaves. It's a challenge. It's a fucking challenge. Well done, Daniel. That's a great way to put it. It's a challenge. Forced diversity sucks. It's like, and the left is so racist, actually racist, not like me. Like, I'm like, I'd rather be around white people. That doesn't mean I don't respect black people as humans. In fact, I'm anti-abortion, which means that I don't want them to keep killing all the blacks. But like, I'm not going to pretend that I want to fucking do all that bullshit and like talk about what they talk about and be like, no, I'm saying. I know what you're saying. Yo, man, know what I'm saying? I just want to, know what I'm saying? I know. It's assumed. It's assumed that I know what you're saying. We do not have to establish that over and over and over and over again. It's the same with Jews, where it's like, I mean, I really want snow. Just say you don't like snow. Everything doesn't have to be upside down nonsense. Everything isn't sarcastic. I'm 38 years old. I'm a father. I do not want to have to reestablish everything every time I meet a person. Can we just not have some fucking common ground? It's like, this is great that the snow is killing my raspberry bushes. It's not great. Just say it sucks. I hate sarcasm. Chinese versus Jew, do it. Okay. Set me up. Let's do a little improv, and then I'll read all the super chats. So where's the Chinaman working and where's the Jew working? Give me the location, give me the scene, and we'll do the Jew and the Chinaman. It's my favorite thing ever because Chinamen do not appreciate sarcasm, and Jews cannot say yes for yes and no for no. All right, give me topic food, says Connington. Okay, where are we? Let's set it up. We're at Target. I like where your head's at. A bagel shop. Jew is a banker. Fish market. Oh man, there's so many good ideas now. Jew janitor. There are no Jew janitors. Dry cleaners. Dry cleaners it is. But we'll do food for Coddington Bear. The Florida trash he is. The Jew is walking into the dry cleaner. No, let's switch it. The Jew owns the dry cleaners. No. The Chinaman owns the dry cleaner. And the Jew walks in. So, I have these slacks. No, it's got to be more Seinfeldy or Norm Macdonald. So, so I paid you to clean my slacks, and I love that the mustard is still in my slacks. Why you love mustard in your slack? Why you want mustard on your slack? Why you love mustard on slack? Wow, looks like we got a ray of sunshine over here. I know ray of sunshine. I own dry cleaner. What is wrong with you? I just love paying my hard-earned money to have somebody not take the mustard out of my slacks. Why you waste money? That make no sense. You crazy. Well, tell that to my therapist because... What? Get out of here. No suit for you. You get no suits. I guess this is business. This is a good business plan to not take out the mustard out of my slacks. That bad business plan. Why would anyone pay to not take mustard out of slacks? Hey, look, we have a real charismatic counter. Get out of here. Hitler was right. Hitler was right. Oh, good times. No pants for you. You get no pants. I'm so happy that when I was born, someone took part of my dick off and sold it to Sandra Bullock's face. You sick man. Why you let someone cut your dick? Sandra Bullock is a man. Hey, looks like we got the National Enquirer over here. I know National Enquirer. My name Ming. I work at Dry Cleaner. Wow. Hey, it looks like... Oh my God, it's so true too. Man, I fucking can't stand either group. I can't stand the Chinese bluntness. It's so annoying when they're like, you know funny. Want to know who funny? Fat girl fall down stair with big hat. And then the Jew is like, wow, this is great. Give me your money. I just want normal people in my life. Oh, you know funny. I tell you what funny is. Funny is when man get hit in testicle. Funny is man when hit in testicle. I love getting hit in the testicle. Why you off get hit in testicle? Ain't no funny if you like it. I need you to be sad. Well, you need me to be sad? Kind of sounds like my therapist. Why would you pay someone? It never ends. Build the wall, exactly. But we got to get him out first. It never ends. Night after night with the laughs. Love it. Same with you guys. I love you guys. 4,355 people just no one's having more fun than us. Oh, hey, Joe Rogan, didn't see you there because you're 3.66 inches tall. I know you've been using the word wizardry lately on Twitter. You're watching. Mr. Chow and Khan from King of Belly Laughs. Love you. I love you guys. You guys get it. Off topic. What's your favorite whiskey? Whiskey Lullaby. He put the bottle. No. He put the bottle to his head and pulled the trigger. Just to his memory. My favorite type of whiskey? I'm not a big whiskey connoisseur, so I just like Jameson. I like cold Jameson, Jack Daniels. Anything but Wild Turkey kind of pisses me off. Hey, Big Bear, you mentioned that you and Amy were having a beautiful connection intimately lately. My husband always said that farmers have the best sex life. Enjoy that beautiful gift marriage. It's true. It really is true. Grow a mustache, get more in the circadian rhythm, work hard. She sees you work in pheromones, hydration. Yeah, get out of that fuck. And don't whack off. Like, don't whack off to porn. Like, they can tell when you have jizz in your balls and when you don't. If you don't have jizz in your balls, you're not very valuable to the woman who wants to get pregnant by the man who can take care of chickens. Let's pretend communism didn't do worse than Nazis. I think Nazis are better than communists. Ooh. I'm a government contractor. There's a lot of us bears, crowders, strange animals on the inside. Your fifth column exists, BB. Oh, I get it, Yuri Bezmenov Bear. Trust me, I get it. I can't reveal some of the bears, but you would fucking die laughing. We got bears everywhere. We're like the motherfucking Fight Club, dude. Commies kill more people? Well, this is the thing that the Nazis had over the commies. At least the Nazis had guys. Like, they had guys they weren't turning on. The communists literally have no alliances with anyone ever. Everything is subversion and nonsense. At least the Nazis were like, they had their buddies. Still bad guys, though. Thank you, Don of America. Not trying to get banned. You got me on the moon. You think evolution is a lie? What about general IQ between races? There's a difference in general IQ between races. Evolution's a lie. And the moon landing didn't happen. Hey, BB, any plans on coming to Toronto, Canada? Hopefully not. But good luck with everything up there. I'm trying to stay out of cities that will end in starvation and genocide as much as possible. Hey, BB, can you please shout out my son Craig? He's 17 and loves your streams. Craig! What's up, homie? Life is hard for a straight white male bear cub. Not anymore. Trust me, there is a turn. There's a turn happening. I am the canary that didn't die in the coal mine, and now I know a lot about coal mines. Listen to the bear. Things are turning. Ballad of a Soy Boy needs to be studio recorded. We should call Boy of Soy. I heard Nimmer got brain cancer from the moon's surface, but I'm a bit skeptical. Oh, God. It hurts. It hurts. I'm going to go grab another beer because I'm not going to stream this weekend, and it's a Friday night. So let's watch the Rogan one again.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you 5'2". 5'2", he's 5'2". Yeah. Joe Rogan, more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then you stab you in the back like a motherfucker. Nice with that butter. And then he says he won jazz. But Alex Jones was kicked off that ass. It was by a new best friend, Jack. But we all know that.
Now it says his fans are fucking sexist, but it turns out it's leftist that hit the town votes.
What a choke.
Maybe if you were more honest, you could tell better jokes. And wouldn't need Netflix to sponsor you just so you'd be seen by decent folks. Anyways, Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's sponsored by Jack and he's lying to you. 5'2". He's 5'2". He's 5'2". He's motherfucking 5'2". 5'2". 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". And he's lying to you. 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's lying to you. And he's 5'2".
Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys. He can't even look me in the eye unless he's got an ergonomic chair. Rogan, I'm sorry if you try to come back at me with your comedy. It's not even fair. How dare me? How dare you? Rogan, seriously, you're 5'2" and you're bald. And listen, I actually like a lot of your friends, and some of them are good people, but you seem to turn your back on everyone when this IDW shit started popping up. Gavin and Milo and Alex Jones and all the people that would write about everything and write about you. It seems like you turn them in for money like a shill. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like,
People actually looked up to you.
So great.
and why are we looking up to such short guys? That's kind of fucked.
I can't wait to upload that. I'm going to send it to Alex Jones as soon as we're done with this. We're going to play it on Monday. I watched the special this morning before work. My favorite part was you talking about the Challenger blowing up and Timberland and Beethoven. Thanks. Yeah, watch Conspiracy Queries. It's a good special, man, and I just put it out for free. I ate soybean noodles and the teas look great. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Hey, BB, thanks for everything you do. Can I be verified as Veggie Bear? My business makes veggie powders. I'd love to connect with any bear farmers, especially in the Northeast. You help show people how to stand up to these crazy leftist outrage mobs. Veggie Bear, I'd love to connect with you, man. I still go to the Northeast quite a bit, and I'd love to help you any way I can because I'm getting quite a green thumb. So let's do business together, man. And I don't need to make money. So I'm the best guy to do business with these days. It's so fucking true though. It's I'm crushing because I don't need exponential growth. Let me hit the big ones to make sure I don't miss them before. Because I know there's some real generous super chats here. And then I'll get to the... Can I be confirmed as Hickson Bear? Welcome. You're the fucking man, an excellent role model, and a straight shooter. What kind of guns you got? You should get more. They're fun. I got 2 AR-15s, but I'm getting a Benelli semi-shotgun this weekend. And I want an AK-47, but I want the Russian kind. And I also have a 22 and shit like that. But those are my hitters. Yeah, I want a ton more. I'm gonna start getting way. My brother has. I'm not gonna tell people what other people's guns have. I realize that I'm an insane person. I'm so fucking sane that I'm insane. Listen. Our lives are public now. I mean, Gmail. All right. Let me make sure the SKS is cool. I got a buddy. I've shot SKSs. They're pretty sweet. I do give me a huge one. I want to make sure I get it. I read it so I'm not a fucking asshole. Yeah. Joe Rogan is 5'2". He looks like a thumb and he's lying to you, 5'2". All right, Dave. Hey, BB, greatest father of all time, grower of awesome mustache. Hoer of Fields, protector of children, lumberjack who seems to have gotten away with something today. I watched Conspiracy Queers last night. You're a funny mofo. Please accept a C note this time. Dude, means the world to me, my friend. Thank you for keeping the boat afloat. That was huge, dude. That's huge. $100 is no joke. That is no joke. That keeps it going. That keeps the bear going. Beer label, long nose shekels or big sniffer stout. I think big sniffer stout is it's all about being subtle, but for people who get it. Because Jews would like that. Like, dude, there's a lot of funny ass Jews. Dude, Tyler Goldstein loves fucking Anti-Semitic Farmer. Let's watch Anti-Semitic Gardener again. Listen, it's Friday night. Let's have a couple pops. Let's do it right. For those of you that haven't seen it, I get way more viewers on my live streams than I do when I upload videos. I don't know if that's an algorithm issue or something, but like, Anti-Semitic Gardener is fucking hysterical. Hang on. And I'm not trying to give myself credit. It's not like I'm so great. It just came out really funny, and that's just a fact. I'm not going to fucking pretend that isn't funny. Hey, look, the history of the OK sign just got not suitable for advertisers. Oh, no way. Doesn't matter. My bears support me. Not suitable for advertisers. The Modern Savage, State of the Union address, confirmed by manual review. 63,399 views, but no ads. And then people will see ads and think that I'm getting ad money because they're like, oh, I just saw an ad. Yeah, you're the one of the 500 people who got to see the ad. After that, they usually take them away or not that I give a fuck. I want to be off the fucking B system. I don't want to get their fake money, these fucking JEWSs. Whoa. I thought a giant tree was just falling. That sounded like a fucking tree falling. I was oddly not scared. I was almost like excited. I was like, a tree's about to fall on me on the live stream. That's psychotic that I wasn't more scared. I was like, part of me was like, this is going to be insanely fucking cool. That's troublesome that I just felt that way. Don't read too into that. I want to be alive. But part of me was like, dude, a giant tree is about to fall for the bears. All right, this is called Anti-Semitic Gardening with Owen Benjamin. Hi there, it's me, Owen. I'm dropping some trees today because if I don't exert a tremendous amount of physical activity in the day, I don't feel I deserve the claws at night. I like to have 3 White Claws, land the plane, alcoholic spiked seltzers. If I don't do lots of manual labor, I feel like it's a problem. But if I work hard, it's just being a man with a mustache. Now, I despise the CEO of White Claw, and I hope he frankly chokes on the money he makes on me. But if you boycott that, you got to boycott PayPal, Google, YouTube, the American currency with the Eye of Horus on the back, the pyramid. Our own birth certificates are owned by the Rothschilds. I mean, it's never ending. So instead, I'm just going to land the plane how I want. Anyway, so I cut down those trees today. Serves 2 purposes. 1, it lets in more light for my garden. 2, I'm working on a new thing called hugel culture. It's a German way of developing good soil. And let's be honest, the Germans were right about a lot. A lot. So, was that using a chainsaw, steel? No, hand. Why? Earning the claw. Physical activity. Also, as a guy whose brother is an actual arborist, I have too much respect for chainsaw maintenance to treat it like a whore. And I know I would. You know, I'll treat my lawnmowers like whores. But chainsaws deserve a lot of respect. Got to stay lubricated, sharp. And I frankly, I still cut a wedge in it. All of it. Dropped it properly. And so what we have here are, I believe, they look like white birch, but there's so much moss in the Pacific Northwest, this AZ moss. I don't even know what it is. But I'm gonna build a new bin right now as my family sleeps peacefully in the house. And I'm gonna follow the German lead because we should have followed their lead a long time ago because they were right about a lot. As delightful as chainsaws can be, the physical exertion of a handsaw is great when you're trying to get out stress like this. Why did we let women vote? Why did we let women vote? They ruin everything. Ah! They couldn't even vote in the vote. They didn't have the vote yet. How did we lose the vote? God, I hate people who use words like cringe and problematic. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, take that. A classic tarp works great for dragging around 300 pounds of freshly cut wood. 300 pounds of wood or 2 male vegan corpses. It's an easy drag and works a lot better than a wheelbarrow, especially if your hands are shaking from an unexpected encounter. You guys get it? Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm just enjoying a nice afternoon. Just building beautiful gardens and staring at my ducks. I dug that pond out for them. You know, they can put it on my bill. Anyway, ducks have 20-centimeter penises. Sometimes I sit here for hours just staring at them, wondering if they know how just unbelievably cool that is. I bet the Jew ducks get envious. And that is nothing to quack about. Man, those hammers are just rudders in that pond. Google it. You think I'm lying? 20-centimeter hammers on those guys. So what we got here is the place where I'm going to put this hookah culture. It looks like I'm digging a grave for an enemy. But no, I'm using this pickaxe, to dig out a trench because hookah culture relies on water forming near the logs in the bottom. And then smaller particles you put on top of that, so it slowly erodes and releases just beautiful vitamins, minerals, nutrients for the plants that we plan on growing maybe in a year. We got to plan ahead, you know. And to motivate myself, because it is cold outside and I got to dig out this whole trench, I'm just screaming about the Federal Reserve the whole time. It warms me and it keeps me focused in these times. All right, let's keep going. See that? I'm gonna be able to put some sort of roof on this potentially and capture rainwater. Even though it's technically illegal where I live to capture too much rainwater because the Jews want to keep all the rain for themselves. And for those of you thinking I hate Jews, I'm a quarter Jewish. I'm 75% normal. So that combination allows me to be able to function in the beast economy, make some money, but I don't hoard it and sit on it like a dragon. I actually put it back into the economy. That's why I bought the lumber at a local lumber yard. If I was 100% Jewish, I would probably put it in some sort of pile and sleep on it. And if any hobbits or, you know, elves try and came, I would just go, ah! So we're almost ready to put in the first part of the pile. It's going to be wood. And just remember, you got to go step by step. America first, then Israel. I have no problem with Israel. It's just let us get a wall first. All right, let's get it going. Okay, that's a start to our hygge culture gardening, because the Germans know a lot. So trust the Germans, all their instincts. I try to explain this in all my garden videos, but if you plan on killing a man, or even if you think there's just a chance you may have to kill an enemy, dig dig the grave first and work on it, because as I always say, the place they always find a body, shallow graves. Why are they shallow? Because your hands are still shaky from the incident. You know, adrenaline dumps. You don't dig enough. I'm talking 8, 10, 12, 15-foot graves. And you're not going to do that right after a sloppy kill. So just like this, you know, this is a horrible gravesite. And it took me a while to do it. So I'm going to bail now, and I'm going to keep working out here and earning my 3 White Claws tonight. I'll see you on the live stream. This has been anti-Semitic gardening for the Sorry, we're laughing. I almost cut the joke. Hey, this has been anti-Semitic gardening with Owen Benjamin. And just remember, people only find bodies in small, shallow graves. Dig it first. I think that could be the name of a beer. Dig it first beer. And I just realized I can respond to some of you guys in the live chat while we're watching videos. I know that my typing probably sounds insanely loud, but someone asked how much the fencing was for my ducks, and someone responded $3,000. And I wanted to make sure people knew it wasn't. It was at most 800, probably 500, because I bought sections of it at Lowe's, and it's like hollow. It's low quality iron. It's cheap, but it looks quaint, and my wife really likes like a wonderland of animals. Like, she thinks it's really fun, and I think it's cool too. And I just think I want to like change it up a little bit. But I buy quality pressure treated posts for my actual fence to keep out predators and Jews and, you know, communists. But that's more ornamental. And someone else asked, why didn't the ducks fly away? They're called Peking ducks, and they're too fat. They don't fly. But they're cool. Oh, I want to shoot a whole sketch. They're both dudes, and we have 2 rabbits that are both dudes. And I want to do a sketch where I'm just really upset that like everybody's a homo in my farm, where everywhere we like turn, it's just like, oh, here are the rabbits. My wife's like, oh, the rabbits. And I'm like, they're sodomizing each other. Because it's true. We have 2 dude rabbits, 2 dude ducks. We're getting female duck. It wasn't on purpose. And then we have 2 fucking roosters that get along like homos in the flock. Like, they're not even plowing. It's like I'm surrounded by sodomites. Wow, we had some hitters just super chat me. And then I'm going to play you guys Shylock Holmes, because a lot of the new people haven't seen Shylock. Husker Bear went big. Hey, BB, when you say the Germans were right about a lot, do you mean a lot? Bro, I mean a lot. And then Steven said, hey, similar Krista Mikko life blowing up experience as you. God bless and go get him, man. Dude, you're the man. Yeah, you get it. People get it. People are getting it. A lot of you guys have never seen Shylock Holmes. This is a fake mustache, which drives me insane. Like, I can't stand watching any of my videos now. Like, I was realizing that YouTube may delete everything I've ever done. So please feel free to download any of this, put it on your sites, all yours. I will never copyright you guys, none of it. Because YouTube may just delete all of it. It's happened to me many times. You know how many fucking child videos and stuff of my kids and stuff are like memories that Twitter just deleted forever? So just feel free to take any of it. It's yours as much as it is mine. I really mean that. But I hate seeing myself without a mustache. I look so pathetic and female. But this is Shylock Holmes, and I have a fake mustache, which obviously at this juncture in my life, you know, a fake mustache is. I mean, this is really getting strong, and it's only going to get thicker. As soon as I feel like people expect me to have a mustache, I'll shave it. But I hope that never comes. I love it. So this is Sherlock Holmes. This is about the Jews, and a lot of you guys have never seen this, and I really think it's about time. Talking to you Jews. You guys get it. You guys fucking get it a lot more than you want to admit. By the way, I just added an extra beat to that joke because I wanted it to be like a dramatic exit when I put the sketch over my face. You guys get it? All right, that's my beautiful wife, Amy. There we go.
Someone stole my diamond necklace. Can you solve this case?
I noticed you had a quiver in your left hand's pinky. The quiver in your left hand's pinky is because you had an uncle named Barry. And Barry owned a berry farm, cleverly titled Barry's Berries.
How did you know that about my Uncle Barry?
And you, just like all the other pestilent children, mocked old Barry. And Barry, where's your berries, you would say. Old Barry had enough and pushed you in a well, where you sat for 5 hours, scared, wondering if it was really worth making fun of Barry's berries. Ever since you had a quiver in your left hand's pinky, which is magnified every time you're around a large man who talks loudly with a pipe.
I still have nightmares about that well.
I notice details, I see patterns, I see everything coming a mile away, except for what the Jews are up to. They always surprise me. The Jews, Watson. For example, the Federal Reserve. Can anyone explain that to me? I mean, what do they do besides print fake money? It's not even part of the government. The Jews.
I know a few Jews that are really nice.
I noticed some things about you as you walked in. You had a slight limp on your left foot. You were once a great soccer player, but hated wearing shin guards. Oh, no shin guards for me, you would say to your loving family. And they would say, wear the shin guards. And you said no. Until you got kicked in your leg. You hid it out of pride because you did not want to admit that you should have worn shin guards, and now you limp for the rest of your sad life.
No one else has even noticed my limp.
The only people that can ever trick me, not the Amish, not the Calvinists, not those tricky Quakers, but just one. A tribe so ancient, it can only be called one thing. Jews. When I invested with Bernie Madoff, I trusted the man. I said, I believe him. I lost it all. I can tell everything about your life story from your shirt. Your shirt tells me that your favorite color is blue. You hate cats, you love dogs, you are scared of the dark still because of one experience you had with spiders as a child at a lake shore. But what I do not know is how the Jews got the Federal Reserve. I mean, why do we think diamonds are valuable? It's just carbon. We can make it in a laboratory. How do the Jews convince us that things with no meaning have meaning? Diamonds are just shiny pebbles. What, are we birds? No! What has meaning? Water, beef, soil, family. Not carbon pebbles. He's Jew. Elementary, my dear Watson. Oh, there was once a human named John Watson. Served in Afghanistan, saw firsthand what the Jews could do. And the more I became open about what we talked about in private, about the Jews, the more John Watson became a bit of a coward and bailed. He said, "Oh, I can't hang out with you anymore, Holmes. You sound anti-Semitic." I said, "But Watson, we all know they're up to something." So I replaced him with Teddy Watson. Oh, Teddy Watson, he's committed to the crew. He knows. Some shifty stuff is going on with these Jews. 6 million sounds like a very high number to me. 6 million?
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
When you eliminate all other possibilities, that which remains, no matter how crazy it sounds, must be the truth. And it is always the Jews. Of course there is no tobacco in my pipe. I cannot afford it. After my recent economic disaster caused by the banks, I just pretend there's tobacco. Jews. If the Jews are not up to something, then you tell me why this. Why did the weatherman say that it would be sunny? And as I was going to the bank to pay off one of my debts, it started to rain. The Jews did that, and everyone knows it. It was the Jews. It's always the Jews.
You seem to be a little obsessed with Jews.
If Hitler really killed 6 million Jews, who did the Nazis accounting? I only have a few questions to ask you about your crime. 1, did it occur on a Saturday? 2, how close are you to a synagogue? And 3, did he own a yarmulke? Did he have 2 separate kitchens? Have you ever seen your neighbor eat cheese with meat? And if so, did he look like he had a lot of shame? If you can answer me those questions, we will have your man. And I promise you, it was a Jew. Illuminati, my dear Watson. The old Rothschilds are up to it again.
I should probably go now.
I've already solved your mystery. I did it before you even walked in the door. It was your neighbor. He's not Jewish. So it doesn't bring me any joy to reveal that it was your neighbor Steve. But he was acting like a Jew. But it was too small time for the Jews. The Jews go for trillions, not your trinkets. Unless they're desperate.
I mean, it's so good. It's so fucking funny. People keep saying, like, upload this. That's been up for like 8 months. It's like, that's the thing about YouTube. Is like, well, that's the thing about me as well. I upload videos every day. So I understand. I got to do better playlists. Go to my, like, actual page and, like, watch all the shit. There's a lot of good shit. Sherlock Holmes is going to be a series. Sherlock Holmes is fucking hysterical. The Jews. It's always the Jews. Like, when I do shows on the road, like when people come to the shows, that's one of the most requested things. When I go, the Jews, people are like, yeah! It's so fucking funny. Shylock Holmes. It's like Teddy Watson gets it. He knows what the Jews are up to. The whole thing, like I don't want to admit how much I am Shylock Holmes. There's going to be a whole case called the Case of the Quarter Jew, where he finds out that he's a quarter Jewish and he implodes. Because it's just, okay, look at Sherlock Holmes and look at my actual life. I shot that before I knew that Nimmer lied to me about everything. I am like, this is how much I am like Sherlock Holmes. I really do see patterns in everything and can, like, predict crazy shit. Fact. But I got tricked by my best friend. And that's like Sherlock Holmes with like the Jews, where he's like, old Bernie Madoff. He said that he would, it's like the one guy that tricks him, he becomes obsessed with. Not that I'm obsessed with Nimmer at all. I actually think he's fairly in a dark place, and I wish him the best. I swear to God. But it's just like, it's a funny concept that there's one blind spot of a guy who's wicked perceptive. And like the Jews don't trick me. I know all about the Jews. Finds out he's a quarter Jewish and instantly has cravings for smoked fish and bagels. No, he fucking is not a fan. Not a fan. And like the whole I got to write the whole series. It could be a movie. I think if I was more industrious, see, this is the problem. It's not a problem. My life is great. I'm very happy. And probably one of the reasons I'm happy is because of this quote unquote problem. I'm not motivated to do some of these industrial, like I work more than almost anyone I know. But that being said, I don't care about expansion. But like there's so much opportunity for movies and shit like that right now. Like Hollywood is Joe Roganing out. It's a paper tiger. That's why I love my friendship with Vox Day. Like Vox actually will do this shit. And it's not because he's never ending, needs to be satisfied. Like he just is that logical mathematician, economist guy who's like we got some announcements coming up soon. Like he's a fucking legend. But like we could shoot Sherlock Holmes for like $100,000. And it would be one of the funniest movies ever made. And everyone hates Hollywood. For all you business people out there, $100,000 might be low. I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. I was in House Bunny. It cost $35 million, and like I don't know where the money went. It was retarded. But like Blockbuster Video, people despised when Netflix came in. Right now, everyone hates Hollywood. They hate. They're like, fuck you, Hollywood. Like every fucking award show, they're like, ugh. If you give them another alternative, they would be like, yes. People are starving for comedy movies and don't tell the lie. Will Ferrell, that fucking asshole, those guys stole Sherlock Holmes. I was talking about Sherlock Holmes for a while. That's like 8 months old. They're doing a fucking Sherlock Holmes fucking parody. I just YouTube Sherlock Holmes. It was all Will fucking Ferrell. It's like Satan mimics. They can't create. And I've never been more creative. I mean, I'm doing 3 hours a night, and like half this shit's hilarious. Half is retarded. Half is hilarious. Half is retarded. But like that's every fucking night. Imagine if I didn't stream for 2 weeks and took this energy and actually wrote the books I'm writing for Vox under contract at this point that I haven't started. Or like movies or any of this shit. It's like we would be the new entertainment. It's game. God knows we need another superhero. Oh man, I'm dying to tell you guys some of this shit that's coming up, but like it's not my story to tell. Guys, I will make a movie with you. Here's the thing about me that makes me so fucking dangerous. I don't care about making any more money. I can't say I don't care about money. I got to pay my bills. I've thought about this. Going to be very honest. I care about money, but I don't need any more. I have enough now where I have a gardening addiction. That's a problem for the controllers, for the elite. I can't be bought. That's a problem. That's what makes me lethal. That's what makes thousands of people tune in every night. tune in. Do people say still tune in? It's like, I just want to make fucking awesome shit. I just don't have the ambition with entertainment to actually put together a movie and shit. But like, for you business people out there, Hollywood is ready to collapse, and it's a cornered market that's so cornered. They have so much fake power that if anyone just wants to kick it over, it's right there. It's right. It's like Joe Rogan. It's like anybody can take his place now. He's a dead alpha. He's a wounded lion. You guys get it. Raging Bull was 1 million. All correct. Guys, we could shoot this thing for fucking like $5,000. I hate saying that shit because then people that actually have to get paid get pissed at me. But like, you could shoot Shylock Holmes for $5,000. I'm dead fucking serious. Because you got hungry motherfuckers like me that are like, just do it. And I'll give up all my points. I don't give a fuck about points and shit. I just don't want to get killed. I'm serious. Like my goal is to not be murdered. I live off $755 a month. That's what disability pays a month. I haven't had meat in like a year. Let me send you some money right now. I'd be happy to. It would make my day if I could send you a couple $100 right now to get you some fucking meat. Shoot Shylock. Dude, Shylock Holmes would be fucking hysterical. And it would all be Jew jokes. All of it. And my Moriarty is Ben Shapiro. I mean, how funny is that? Where it's like, Shapiro. Oh, dude, hang on. You guys want to see another? Hang on. And people get mad when I say shit like that, like I can't be bought. People are like, yeah, okay. Because they can't conceive of it. They can't conceive. It's not because I'm this like angelic person. It's like, I understand currency. The most important currencies are time, faith, health, freedom. Money is a currency. Don't get me wrong. It's top 10, but it's not top 5. Can you imagine if you could actually fucking beat the Jews? And Shylock Holmes. I just wrote Shylock Holmes. First hit is Will Ferrell. I did it first. You satanic puppet. Gosh, how is this? It's not even on YouTube? There we go. Here we go. Yeah, I got a couple of these babies. And then we'll land the plane. We'll land the fucking plane. I want to do it by 10. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna land it sooner than I am. This is my Friday night. I've been to one bar since I've been in Saranac or in I'm not gonna say where I live. Once. It was with my boy Homer. Homer, what's up if you're watching? And the Beers with Bears. We went to a Spanish restaurant. I don't go to bars. I don't go out. I don't drink alone. I don't party. I don't go to clubs. It's all this. This is my release. So I will not go out quietly. All right, here's a funny one. It's my Friday night, baby. And people are like, oh, we should spend more time with your wife. I spend so much time with my family, it would make your fucking gums bleed. And Benjamin Shylock Holmes. I gotta do the one with Ben Shapiro. Man, people do so many videos about me. It's kind of fucking horrifying. There's so many now. Jesus. It's such a fucking mind fuck. All right, what about maybe promo? Ball and Branch sheets. it got taken down. Ben Shapiro's such a homo. That fucker took it down, didn't he? I had an empty Bowling Branch box. And I just went Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. All right, hang on. I can play you guys this one real quick, though. Man, I love mocking Jews. It's so easy because they're so into temptation. They're such retards. Alex just wrote, really? Scott Shapiro terrorist. No, yeah, you guys get it. Everyone's getting it. Everyone is on board. Owen, I leave for boot camp soon. What do you think of the military and those who join? Obviously, I'm a fan. It's a touchy subject right now, but God bless you and thank you for your service. Wonder why gold is so important? We all know why. I super chatted an idea, Sherlock Holmes conspiracy theorist, and I think you came up with this then. My idea was different. I'm trying to take credit. If you get credit, my friend, I don't want fake credit. If you came up with I probably didn't come up with Sherlock Holmes. The bears are the wind beneath my wings, and I'm not an eagle and I'm not a pigeon. I am most likely I do not know what bird I would be. I'm a pterodactyl. Joe Rogan thinks we're idiots. No, he's terrified. He's so small, he's not allowed on roller coasters. Good day, Owen from Irish Bear in Australia. Top of the morning to you. No, that's comedy. Thank you. I have a new quote. Though not much money, it reminds me of you. Please read. The golden thread of truth is the only you can climb from the void. Is the pacing off? The golden thread of truth is the only you can climb from the void of despair and baseness to heaven and to love. Big Bear's the best. I love it. It doesn't have to be golden, though. That's Jewish shit. But I love where your head's at. Time is our precious commodity. We could be doing other things, but we are here because this makes our lives enjoyable. Guys, this is what I do. What do you think I do all day? I listen to fucking podcasts and live streams. Like, I love the Red Elephants. All their shit is too short, though. It makes I have dirty hands during the day. I usually wear gloves. You know, Vincent will do I'm doing Faith Goldie and Alex Jones on Monday, and I'm doing Red Elephants and Black Pilled on Tuesday. Black Pilled's awesome. Red Elephants are awesome. Alex Jones awesome. I like shit that's like 5 hours long. I'm sure some of you guys are, like, whatever you do for a living or you're a driver or whatever the fuck you do. I like long. Dude, I listened to fucking Dan Carlin talk about World War I for 12 hours. It's like, I like long shit. People are like, oh no, YouTube, what the kids want is really short content that really grabs them. It's like, give me 5 fucking hours. I want to get wrapped up in a story. I want to like really deep dive. This pod, I'm going to toot my own horn for a second. This will make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll educate you. It'll make you feel. It'll make you not feel alone. It'll make you think like, oh, he's a retard like me. Oh, I never thought about it like that. Oh, I like that song. Oh, I grow with this motherfucker. That's the shit, man. It's like, that's what life is about. That's why we're here. We're fucking, I used to think I was an entertainer. I was about to just say I'm an entertainer. I'm not an entertainer. I'm like just here to fucking share it with you guys. And why do you think the Bears are so cool? Someone wrote to me or someone commented on the last stream was like, I just read 100 comments and they were all positive. Either this is a miracle or the Big Bears. He didn't call me the Big Bear. It makes me think he's a bot. It's like, this is either a miracle or he's deleting comments. It's like, what don't you understand about a high quality audience? When people can listen for hours, it means they're most likely not a short attention span retard who actually thinks. So when they comment, it means something, and I'm developing a fucking audience of legends. And that fucking terrifies people because they are like, oh, if we activate this thing in their brain and then this thing in their brain. No. Black Pill is better than Black Pigeon Speaks, 100%. Black Pigeon Speaks, I like a lot of the shit he does, but his recent environmentalism one was retarded. That dude's got to check himself before he wrecks himself. Environmentalism, it's watermelon, green on the outside, red on the inside. The whole thing is about when he was like, these are the hardest black pills you're going to swallow. The oceans have plastic. And it's like, shut up, dude. There's no way you're buying that bullshit. I like Black Pigeon Speaks. I think he speaks. He's Black Pigeon. Black Pilled with Devin Stack is sick. That guy gets it. Like that guy, there is no episode that isn't fucking awesome. He gets it. Yeah, any environmentalism shit, look up Agenda 2030. Understand that that's the selling point to centralizing energy and making like it's hell. It's hell, dude. It's hell. Black Pigeon Speaks, gets it, but he doesn't get it. Devin Stack gets it. Dude, Devin Stack gets it. Yeah, Black Pill is real good. Dude, shall we all just watch a Black Pill that I think is just... No, it's probably copyrighted. I'm not going to fucking do that to my boy. Dude, me and Devin are boys now. That's how it goes. Still at 4,000 strong. Dude, we can go. Jesus had 12. All Jews. Dude, imagine if someone's like, hey, my name's Judas Iscariot. It's like, wait a minute, what's your last name? Iscariot. Wait a minute, what? Iscariot. I don't care about the numbers. I like it, though. It makes me feel safer because they can't kill me as easily because they know I got... The people have my... Want to know what my advertising budget is? 0. None. Zip. Why? Because I don't want dead wood. Guess how many YouTube ads I've ever taken out in my life? None. Do I have an AdWords account? No. I've never done it once. I've never done one Google ad or one YouTube ad once ever, not one time. Why? Because I don't want people that don't get it. I'm not motivated by what most people are motivated by. I've lived with movie stars. I've been followed around by paparazzi. I've been in Hollywood. I've done that shit. There's nothing there. I want people who get it. You guys get it. You guys get it. Why advertise when you have bears? That's why our fucking nation is so strong. The Bear Nation. It's because I didn't pay to get people. The people here are fucking quality. They came because they were inspired. Why the fuck do you think people, I'm not going to say are scared of us, but like they respect it. They get it. Because it's like, you guys aren't here because anyone paid for you. You're not whores. This is consensual, it's freedom driven, and it's powerful as fuck. don't think that you guys don't have power. And listen, I've been doing a lot of research in the difference between power, authority, force, because I want to use words properly, because there is a bad type of power. It's just not the word power. It's fucking really hard to figure out what it is. But dude, the Bears are like, do you understand I wasn't mocking JF with the upcoming Vox Day debate because I didn't want my army of legends to like affect Vox's ability to have an honest fucking conversation? Like, we have legitimate like it's legit, guys. I'm a guy that I've done Carnegie Hall. I performed at the O2 Arena 4 times, 30-minute sets, sold out. Granted, it was with the Impractical Jokers. I didn't sell it out, but that's 60,000 British people. Like, I know power. I know influence. This is like nothing I've ever seen. Because it's quality. It's consensual. It's like, there's yes means yes. No means no. There's no more powerful thing than truth. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm on my 4th class, says Michael Hicks. The army of mustache men. You don't have to have mustaches. What songs you guys want to hear? I'm just in the normal chat. Pretty sure Bears are the next greatest generation. We are 5,000 critical comments on Rogan streams. Listen, I'm not a hater. Like, you don't have to take down Rogan. I'm just like, I want to say what's true and obvious. Like, Rogan's a fucking cunt. I'm not going to direct you guys to fucking go at the guy. I think that's pretty gay, actually. But, like, I know that if I was in trouble and I was like, Bears, I've done that. I've only done that like once or twice since the Bears have started. And it had to do with pedophiles. Where I'm like, calling all Bears, attack. And it's only people that hurt children. This whole Rogan thing, this isn't a calling all Bears situation. This is funny. He's a retard. He's short. He's gay. It's like, that doesn't require a calling all Bears. We're not wielding this shit for no reason. It's like, I only call all Bears when it's like, this motherfucker wants to fuck kids. That's when I'm like, calling all Bears, get him off this motherfucker. Joe Rogan, that's not the deal. I'm basking in his failure because he's a piece of shit. But I'm not telling you guys to like go talk shit to him or like, you don't need to do any of that. Oh my God, is he gay? I don't have proof, but he has bedazzled jeans. He drives little cars. He's a little man. He likes power, sodomy, long hunting trips. As a single man in my 20s, I used to like, when I'd hear like guys be like, yeah, threesomes or like pussy, I'd be like, yeah, that guy gets it. As a married guy with kids, like that's so pathetic and retarded that like it has to be revolved around homosexuality. I don't see any other angle. It's like, if you want to fuck like if you talk about like pussy and fuck, or like how chicks are hot and you're married, it's like, you're either a homo or just a fucking retard. Like, for real. Like, your woman is your nation. It's your empire. It's like, it's your posterity. Why the fuck would you ever disrespect your own woman? It's just, it's sodomy. And everyone gets it. What do you want to hear on the piano? And then the plane will be landed. I have 6 minutes and 30 seconds. 3 hours will be it. It's snowing here. How beautiful is that? It's a beautiful snow. I got my booster seat at TGI Fridays. I hang out with Bert Kreischer. He's the one who knows I'm gay. I take testosterone and talk with Jack Dorsey. Brian Redband likes to play, and he likes to pee on me. What have I become? A human thumb. Everyone I know knows I'm gay. In the end, the Jews can have it all. All my promo codes, Jack Dorsey puts it in my asshole. My name is Joe Rogan. Whitney Cummings is my friend. Her face looks like melted wax. I like to hang out with the boys and blow their dicks like they are a saxophone. Brian Redband has some needs. He likes to get me on my knees. I'm 3.66 inches tall, but I won't let people say that is small. What have I become? A human thumb. I called Alex Jones my brother, and then I stabbed him in his back. And the Jews can have it all. All my promo codes. I sell penis pumps to men, and I will make the same mistakes again. I look like a human thumb, and everyone knows I am dumb. But I kick a heavy bag. But I know that I'm a fag. Bert Kreischer sucks my dick until it makes him sick. Ah! One last time with this song. We have 2 minutes. Here we go. Here's the song. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Don't be a coward. Hit the fucking Rogan's Up button. I want to keep you in my life. So fucking make it happen with the clicking.
Joe Rogan's 5'2". He looks like a toad. He's lying to you 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". Yeah. Joe Rogan's more like Joe Hogan. First you call your brother, then he stab you in the back like a motherfucker. Nice with his butter. And then he says he wonders what Alex Jones was kicked off that ass. It was by your new best friend Jack. But we all know that.
Now he says his fans are fucking sexist, but it turns out it's leftist.
That hit the town roads. What a joke. Maybe if you were more honest, you could tell better jokes. And wouldn't need Netflix to sponsor you just so you'd be seen by decent folks. Anyways, Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's sponsored by Jack and he's lying to you. 5'2". He's 5'2". He's 5'2". He's motherfucking 5'2". 5'2". 5'2".
Joe Rogan's 5'2". 5'2". He's 5'2". And he's lying to you. 5'2". Joe Rogan is 5'2". He's lying to you. And he's 5'2".
Someone tell me why we're looking up to such short guys. He can't even look me in the eye unless he's got an ergonomic chair. Rogan, I'm sorry if you try to come back at me with comedy. It's not even fair. How dare me? How dare you? Rogan, seriously, you're 5'2" and you're bald. And listen, I actually like a lot of your friends, and some of them are good people, but you seem to turn your back on everyone when IDW shit started popping up. Gavin and Milo and Alex Jones and all the people that would write about everything and write about you. It seems like you turn them in for money like a shill. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like,
Sing along with the dude.
And why are we looking up to such short guys? It's kind of fucked.
That's so funny. All right, guys, hit the like button. He's 5'1", by the way. No, he's 3.66 inches. It's called One Rogan. It's a Chinaman's penis size. Joe Rogan is 5'2". He looks like a thumb. He's talking to you, 5'2". All right, guys. Hugepianist.com for my previous specials that aren't for free. This isn't communism. Oh, and if you want to be a monthly supporter to let us know what kind of fucking budgets we're looking at, if we want to plan things in the future, that's always very helpful. But I appreciate all your generosity. And PayPal.me/feedthebear, because we're sponsored by Brain Fuel. Oh, no, what the fuck does he do? I haven't heard Rogan in a while. We're sponsored by, what's that shit that's for mental? He's like, there's been a double placebo effect for our Brain Fuel. What's the fucking name of the Brain Fuel? The fuck's the name of it? Do you guys know? It's called like Delta Force or Alpha Brain. Hey, listen, we're sponsored by Alpha Brain and the flashlight. Put your cock in it, drain your jizz so you're not skeptical of the Muslims and the Jews. And then we got Alpha Brain. I'm sponsored by nothing except you guys. So PayPal.feedthebear, PayPal.me/feedthebear if you want to support the live stream. If you're running short on cash, don't feel any shame about that at all. This is free for a reason, because there's people that can support it. But I will never be sponsored, because I will never be owned by Jews or Muslims or sodomites, communists, Jesuits, Catholics. Sorry, Red Elephants. I love you to death, but the Pope has got to go. And I don't mean that that's a death threat, but he's got to go. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the alert. Don't commit sodomy. Onit.com, Onit.com. If you want to go do DMT, get involved in a sex cult, probably sponsored by the CIA. No, I'm sponsored by you fucking guys. So become a member. I don't know. I don't even pitch Patreon anymore. Patreon's still a help for me. But patreon.com/WDTL. But I don't know what's going on with Patreon. They're cool. I mean, fuck it. People are like, I'm going to subscribe to Jordan Peterson's new thing. He fucking censored Faith Goldie. I'm doing her show on Monday. I'm excited to do her show. She just tweeted that, like, Tim... See, this is the problem with Tim fucking Pool. Is he was just like, Faith Goldie, who I respect, said, Tim Pool put Joe in his place. Like, he did a great job. It's like, it's so by design, guys. It's so fucking... It's going to happen again and again and again. It's all good. I'll still be here with my fucking fire. It's like Joe didn't learn a thing. Tim Pool was a softball pitch to make people go, he's learned something. And women are so susceptible to it. Women are so fucking susceptible to this bullshit where it's like, listen, he's done a lot of growing. He's 50 fucking 4 years old. He's a midget on steroids who's worth $150 million by sodomizing people. What in the fuck? Like, let it go. People are literally going to be like, he learned something. Jesus. What? Am I being too loud? Were you in bed? I woke Walter up? With the sodomizing screaming? We're all so fucked. When a man can't even yell about sodomy in the middle of the night, I mean, what the fuck world do we live in? It's like, yeah, maybe, like, I don't swear around my son, but it's like, maybe it's time that he heard the truth. I mean, he is 2.5. It's time he knew what was going on behind the scenes at the Joe Rogan Experience. The Experience, by the way? Sodomy. Fine, I won't yell at Amy. I'll whisper it. Joe Rogan's a 54-year-old sodomite who's addicted to drugs and sells penis pumps and fake fucking alpha brain shit to young men so they don't question the Jews or the Muzzies as they take over our country. That's the reality of the situation. And Tim Pool, that half gook, fucking pro-choice retard, can go in there and say all the hard things. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know a goddamn thing about life. He doesn't have any children. He's not married. He doesn't have a mustache. He can't even grow a mustache. The Slopes can't grow mustaches. All they can do is fucking do engineering work and jump out of fucking buildings into a fucking net because they're so suicidal. Their cocks are so small, they can't get past their pubes. I'm being serious. Like, that's not a joke. Like, the slants, their cocks are so small, they can't get past their own pubes. And you're going to send them into a pit of vipers like Jamie? Jamie's the CIA guy. And then you got Joe Rogan, this fucking retard, just wants to put his cock everywhere. And you think that that's going to fucking put anyone against the wall? You're out of your mind. Tim Pool? You think that that is revealing a goddamn thing? He's a pro-choice slope. He can't grow a mustache. He has no children. He has no wife. And I'm not even against the guy. But it's like, is that your alpha? Is that when it's like, I am alpha. Send me your strongest. It's like, it's all good, Amy. I'm not going to fucking wake up the kids. It's like, send me your strongest. Who is it going to be? Tim Pool? A half Chinaman with no children or wife who's pro-choice. He's pro-child murder. What's he going to ask the hard questions like, oh, there's media bias? And Joe's going to go, really? No way. And everyone's going to fucking forgive him because they're retarded. They're eating soy. It's so fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. If you see a man under 6'4" without a mustache, do not trust that man. All right, hit the like button and share. I'm out. Too many calls to keep quiet. Tim Pool worked for Huffington Post. He's a sodomite shill. Dude, he takes dick in his asshole. Everybody is so hungry for any honesty in media that they're like, well, Tim Pool, he called out socialism. We fought socialism in a fucking war. Korea, Vietnam, men died to beat socialism. We know socialism's bad. This fucking guy can't grow a mustache and he takes cock in his asshole. He's a grown man without children. And he's going to get sent into the fucking pit of vipers? Joe Rogan has a fucking metal detector for mustaches. You can't, beep, beep, beep. I'm not even allowed in because he knows I get it. He knows I get it.